Alright, let's do another shiny hunting stream, mostly because I feel like we can reliably just stream Gen 2 shiny hunting and then get a shiny. So at the moment, we're at like 4 hours-ish of like dedicated stream time to shiny hunting, and the results have been very good because we have 2 shinies. So I wanna keep going. We have a Dunsparce in right now. We're going for Dunsparce, and I'm wondering if the average is like 1 shiny every 2 hours on this, even though the numbers are a little different. I feel like there could be droughts where we might actually be screwed for like several hours, but at most, it should be like 5-6 hours for a shiny. That's because we can hatch like 12 eggs an hour, and the odds are 1 in 64. So that's kind of what we're keeping up with right now. Also, I should probably go to my live streaming page, see what everyone's up to, and I'm going to encounter Pokemon because I wasn't paying attention going to my live streaming page. It's funny how life works. At least it's an Abra, though, and Abra isn't going to be able to wreck us. Advice for a sweep with Bidoof. Use simple Bidoof and wreck everything with free minimize and curse and watch my Bidoof sweep videos. I was able to beat a guy by pressing 0 buttons, I think. Like it was BM AFK Bidoof strat or something, I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. I think I just set up and let the game win for me. It really frees up your schedule and your life when you pull off something like that. Notification squad. Yeah, I guess that still exists. I like how, you know, YouTube, they broke the sub boxes. They did that whole subscriber burn thing. And actually, I feel like YouTube, because they did subscriber burn, that like started off a lot of other companies like Twitter and Facebook doing like notification burn, which is really weird. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about just seconds ago because, oh yeah, the YouTube thing. So yeah, I find it really weird that they're like, oh, okay, we're not giving all the video, or like, all the people you're sub to, you don't see all of their videos because of subscriber burn, even though we say that you're seeing all of their videos. Like, that's what really pissed me off, is that YouTube says, if you're sub to someone, you will see all their videos, but then they have the notification button, which still doesn't work, because even if you have the notification on, then that means you might be late to actually the video publishing, or also it just means that you still might not get the box, or the video in the sub box. So strange. So strange. Before the coin case glitch? Yeah, I just haven't set up coin case yet. I think there's just something awesome about the ability to get a shiny every 2 hours. Pretty much I just want to kind of get the confirm. You know, if I get 3 shinies in less than 6 hours, that's definitely video worthy. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Which box? I'm at box 4. Box 4 is 4 Pokemon. Yeah, that's good. And then we can just kind of keep cycling through all the Pokemon we have. How do you do coin case glitch? I'm not sure yet. I feel like it's a item underflow, coin casey, mabob, and then all that I know about coin case glitch is that instead of having items for the values that you write into the game, you actually just change your PC box. So it's a lot harder to screw up, and it's a lot easier to do. Star Doubles Team, Trick Room Instruct, next to Skill Link to Cannon. King's Rock to Cannon. Oh, so well, one thing just dies, and if it doesn't die, it gets flinched. Neat. I imagine what you want to do with that is you want to kill a Pokemon and then flinch the other one, and then you're effectively getting like a 2-0 for the turn. I feel that Oranguru Instruct strategies, though, are played out. Like, I try to not show them on Fan Fridays, even though I get a ton of them, because, like, yeah, that's one of the most creative infinite potential double combo, but eventually people just get kind of tired of it, you know? Now I'm just kind of going around in circles until we get an egg. Like, see, that's the problem. I've already been streaming for a couple minutes, haven't received an egg yet, so that's going to really upset, like, the odds. I think that's really the only issue I have with the 1 in 64 breeding odds and just gold and silver. It's like the eggs, they were just a little janky, you know? It says I should be getting a Pokemon every 1 in, like, 1,400 steps or something, but the odds just aren't there. Actually, no, I think it's exactly like 1 in 1,000, and it's 5,000 steps to hatch an egg, so I should be having a full inventory of eggs every time I hatch an egg, but it doesn't happen. So, that's a little off. So I think the RNG is a little funky. It just takes a little too long to catch and receive eggs, so because of that, it kind of makes it to where it's not perfect, but at the same time, I'm still getting Pokemon shiny hatches in pretty good amounts. Like, I got one in 7 eggs, and I got the other one in like 13 eggs. There's like no way. Alright, no. Was it I don't even remember how many eggs. Actually, no, it wasn't 7 eggs. I did the second Cyndaquil egg for the stream, or for the day. Got a shiny. That was after doing a couple more. I think in 50 eggs, I got 2 shiny Pokemon. I think that's the breakdown, or the numbers behind it. So getting 2 shiny and 50 eggs, it's 1 in 64 odds, so I don't know if I've just been really lucky, or if that's just kind of how it works, because the odds are so low that every time you hatch an egg, it's a 1 in 64 chance. Therefore, it feels like it happens more often than 1 in 64. Do you know when the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon demo is supposed to come out? I'd imagine mid-October, but we haven't even had an announcement for it, and that's kind of what's scaring me right now, because I think we had a leak by September for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I thought we had an announcement either at the end of the month, or like about now we had an announcement. So no announcements, kind of, there we go. There he is, we need some eggs. So no announcements, kind of what's wigging me out. My goodness, we were surprised. Pokemon had an egg. That's right. How does this method work? Well, I've done like 3 videos on it, so that's how you can find out. It's actually pretty simple. Yes, I have a Discord server. Pretty much if you sponsor me on YouTube, message me. Oh, so anyone that sponsored me on YouTube, you know, if you sponsor me on YouTube, you get some pretty cool emotes and stuff, and then the more people that sponsor, the more emotes we get. It's pretty awesome. If you sponsor me, send me a message on YouTube. That's it. And then I'll invite you to Discord. Other than that, it is a Patreon Discord, but I'm recommending that you just, if you do the sponsorship on YouTube, that's just going to be much better. Like, you know, it's like $3 a month for the Patreon, or it's $5 a month on YouTube, and then YouTube gives you the cool chat badges and stuff. I still owe some patrons battles, which I'm going to get around to at some point. It's not now, like I said, I want to finish up these shiny. Maybe I'll do some battles soon. Might have to do it later this week or next week, because there's just like no Pokemon news, nothing to talk about. My channel is about guides and news, and there is no news, and I've done every single guide in Pokemon. What do we do? I'm at the mercy of how much content Game Freak puts in their game. There's a lot, goes really well. There's not a lot, it's wrecked. Hey, there we go. That's what we need. More eggs. How many do I have? Not a full inventory. Perfect. I can put away that other Dunsparce. See, it's so wonky, you know? I get 2 in 2 minutes, or 3-ish minutes, and then it takes me 7 minutes to get one sometimes. Yeah, but then also this is a little annoying, you know? The PC box being a bit slower. Like, it all adds up to where the shiny hunting's still pretty awesome, but it's... I don't know. It's in a weird state for me. Like, I could try to... Wow, my viewership just randomly spiked up by like 100 viewers. I'm wondering if that's because sub boxes are broken, and YouTube's broken, and notifications are broken, and finally people get it. Because, like, all of a sudden I'm just watching my charts, like, oh, that did a funny thing. Welcome, people. We're streaming Pokemon, and we're trying to test out these odds, which is actually probably a good time for me to talk about how I feel about Gen 2 shiny hunting. How I feel about Gen 2 shiny hunting is pretty mixed. That the odds are so low that oh, damn it, don't call me. I already used you. Okay, cool. He beat a Spearow with his freaking Geodude. I guess that must have been difficult enough for him to call me over that one. Like, a momentous occasion when a Spearow loses to a Geodude. So what I was gonna say is, whenever you get an egg, it's kind of weird, because like every egg that hatches is optimistic. It's like, holy crap, this could actually be a shiny every opportunity I get to roll a shiny, because it's greater than 1%. Like, those are ridiculous odds. Unfortunately, like, that also makes to where the shinies don't feel as valuable. Like, I've hatched 2 shinies now, I've pretty much been like, yo, cool, shiny. I haven't been like, shiny, oh my god, shiny, we just got a shiny Pokemon, it's so valuable, because no, I don't feel that. But I've also never been that way. I think like the 2 most hyped shinies I've caught while recording were my first chain fishing shiny, because that was for the chain fishing guide, and the other one was for the Salandit shiny. But I wasn't even recording because I was on my 20th reset. Like my 20th SOS, and I got the shiny Salandit for the video. I was just like, oh, that was actually amazing. Other than that, I don't shiny hunt because I don't think they're like the most amazing things ever, and they have like this crazy amount of value to me. I'm just like, neat. I did a collective valuable thing. I have a rare Pokemon now. That's kind of cool, but I don't like freak out over it. And I think that this, with the way that shinies are with this, it's like let's freak out over. Also, I don't know if I even freaked out over the Porygon one too. Like I was happy, I was mad excited when I got the Porygon, but it wasn't worth a freak out, even though that was like 20 plus hours of shiny hunting. Because with the Porygon one, it was like, oh, this could be shiny. This could be shiny. The numbers could be shiny. All right, the numbers are shiny. Yay! That's shiny hunting for me. It's like, yay! I got it. That's kind of neat. But I'm wondering if that's just because it's easier in Gen 2, or just because shinies aren't that valuable to me, or maybe just because shinies are worthless now. Like back in the 6th generation, yeah, shinies were like, yo, holy crap, it's shiny. Yes. 5th generation, definitely. Like, with all the new shiny methods, that's cool. But I feel like 7th generation, for some reason, shiny hunting just doesn't feel as great. I honestly have no idea how to explain it. Like, I wouldn't say because of hacking, but I guess it's because hacking has kind of exposed how worthless shinies, well, not worthless, you know, they have value, and they can be really cool. Like, if you go for a desirable shiny that makes the Pokemon look a lot better, yeah, it's the reason why people pay like 20 bucks for skin in League of Legends, because it's definitely worth it because it's cooler, or why people like play for Fashionscape and cosmetic overrides and, you know, all kinds of fun stuff like that, because there is value to it. It is a pretty nice thing, but I'm wondering if just because, like, hacking, I'm not going to say they devalued it to the point of being worthless, but it kind of shows how silly like shiny Pokemon are when someone can just roll up with a team of hacked shinies. I'm not sure how, but I know what you mean. Like, right? Is it because shinies have become too easy over the last couple of years, and maybe it's just finally stacking up? Like, we're 7th generation right now. So 7th gen, I would say shiny hunting has been refined since 4th gen. Because, like, in 4th gen, you had the, what was it, the Dex Radar? Or the Poke Radar or something? The Poke Radar actually got you down to some pretty decent shiny odds, and was kind of like the first attempt at legitimate shiny hunting. There was also Masuda Method being, was Masuda Method introduced Gen 3 or Gen 4? I know chat's going to correct me anyways, but either way, like, Masuda Method, I feel it blew up. Like, you know, people became aware of it in Gen 4, and was like, yo, that's a pretty awesome thing. Now, okay, full odds wild Pokemon, if I got a full odds wild shiny, I would probably lose my mind, because, like, that shouldn't happen. I'm probably going to faint right now if I don't run away from this Rattata. Oh, thank God, let me... I only have level 5 Dunsparce to protect me. Not saying Dunsparce is bad, but I'm saying it's not going to end well for me. But yeah, like, people understand in kind of like a weird, abstract way. Gen 5 didn't have, like, manipulative shiny hunts, as far as I can remember. They gave you free shiny Pokemon, though. But, like, Gen 6 is where there was actually a legitimate shiny hunting trend. Like, that was the birth of shiny streamers. Was there anyone before Justin Flynn? I feel like everyone just kind of like started at the same time, then Justin Flynn rose to the top. But there might have been like something else before, or something else like around that kind of caused it. I feel like Justin Flynn was the catalyst, but I could be wrong. Then like A-Drive popped up. He was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Like I think it was more Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire than late X and Y for A-Drive, but again, not super sure. Either way, then that's like where it became a culture, you know? The shiny hunting culture, I feel, didn't really exist before Gen 6. I'm wondering if it's just 4 years, guys. We've had 4 years of shiny hunting culture. That's freaking ridiculous. And I wonder if it's because of that maybe shinies don't feel as valuable, or maybe all the reactions are played out, or maybe it's just like, yeah, shiny Pokemon, they're not these 1 in 8,000 impossible to find things anymore. You can actually manipulate finding the shiny Pokemon. Therefore, even if you get a full odds manipulated shiny or something, or like a 1 in 1,000, 1 in 2,000 shiny Pokemon, it's like, well, I still went for this, and I still pulled it off. It's not like just randomly a shiny popping up most of the time. Alright. We got an egg, boys. See, like, every time it's like, this could legitimately be shiny. Most likely it won't be, but hey, I flipped a coin and gotten heads a couple times in a row. I've already gotten 2 shinies as well. So it depends on, like, how optimized we get with these Dunsparce. We've hatched 3 Dunsparce in 14 minutes. So, I mean, it just takes so long. It's also about how long it takes to get the eggs. You know, that one of those eggs took 5 minutes to get, so we might not get another shiny hatch for 5 minutes or so. But then there's going to be 2 shinies that are almost going to be back-to-back. Or not shinies, but, you know, egg hatches that are going to be, like, back-to-back. Just feels weird overall. Yeah, so when we break down those odds, we can only hatch so many per hour. I feel like an average of 11, 12 hatches per hour, thus giving us an average of like every 5 hours we should get a shiny. But right now I'm at 4 hours, so I want to stream for like 2 more hours. If I can stream for 2 hours, we can get 3 shiny Pokemon in 6 hours, then that'd be pretty nice. Like, I don't think it confirm it. Naturally, you need a larger sample size. But I've also seen a lot of people tweeting at me like, hey, I got the shiny Ditto, I just did it on my 7th egg, shiny Pokemon, 11th egg, shiny Pokemon. I think the highest I've seen tweeted at me is 52. So 52, that's still like 4-ish hours. That's not bad for getting a shiny. 4-ish hours of just like simple breeding. Like this is mad AFK, like mental AFK. What else was I going to say about that? What are your odds? Who's been doing the shiny hunting breeding method for Gen 2? And like, what's the longest it's taken? Like, I don't think I've seen anyone go over odds yet. And that's just because like maybe the way the RNG works in Gen 2. What do I have planned for the channel? Well, fortunately, with the announcement of Pokemon Switch, I'm set until, you know, like for the next year and a half, effectively. The only thing is, like, right now, I think, like, right now was the hardest time, you know, from May until November. Like, May 2017 to November 2017 is probably, like, the roughest time my channel has ever had, because there's nothing to cover, you know. Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's news, but we don't have, like, the flood of news, the flood of information. There's no leaks, there's no Riddler, there's no things that are keeping us questioning, there's nothing to look forward to. We don't even have the announcement of a demo for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So because of that, you know, there's no hype. Even with news, like, yeah, the news helps. Like, if there was no news, if there's no new Pokemon game, the Pokemon community would be in shambles right now. But at least that's been able to like, kind of keep things alive. But outside of that, it's even been, like, it's been dead with Pokemon news. Like, remember how we had that 2-year gap after Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? There was more hype, like, 2 years without a Pokemon game than there is now. Like, that's just wild to me. So, the plans for the channel are do exactly what I've been doing, because I've made it through the roughest point. That hopefully, all Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon has to do is last for 4 months. It's a bigger game. It's going to be a bigger game than Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's going to be a lot more content. If there's move tutors, I get to redo all of the moveset guides for all the Pokemon in the 7th generation as well. So I have content there. Update all my guides that were in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Do new guides. Pretty much it's just going to be a bigger Pokemon Sun and Moon to me. Hopefully the audience gets behind it. And then, because of all that, yeah, I think we can make Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon work really well. All I have to do is last until March. I feel like they're going to do they've already announced it. I feel like they're going to do a reveal of what 2018 is in March. If it's a new generation, it's going to be like Pokemon Sun and Moon all over again, but maybe even bigger. I feel that if the Pokemon Switch if Pokemon Switch is a new generation or 4th gen remakes, it's going to be bigger than Pokemon Sun and Moon. If it's not, might be a little tough, but I think no matter what, it's going to be better than Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It's like for the next year and a half, we're going to be good. All I need is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to last us till March. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon lasts until March. You know, keeps people alive, keeps people hype. People want to play the game. The views are good. The engagement is good. All kinds of fun stuff like that. I think Pokemon can come back pretty well. If it doesn't last then that means pretty much say it dies in January. Because, like, Pokemon Sun and Moon died in January. At least Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire lasted until March, and nobody thought that game had longevity. It's wild. Even with, like, Pokemon Gold Silver version, like, no one cared about this, even though I had, like, all these cool plans for it. But yeah, if it can last until March, we get a Pokemon game announcement, then we're kind of set until February of 2019. Like, that's kind of crazy to think about. February 2019 is, like, how long we got for Pokemon content. I was thinking about the same with, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, X and Y. It's like, yeah, Pokemon's going to keep making games. So, I think that this was, like, Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is, like, the worst I've ever seen in the community. Even after the largest Pokemon game. So, hopefully, we can kind of get over this bump. If we don't get over this bump, then I don't know. I think I'm just going to play Ashes of Creation until I make actual money off of that game. Like, hey guys, you should try to find my Ashes, like, go find my Ashes of Creation video if you're interested in MMOs, or MMORPGs, actually. Use my referral link, pay for the game, and then I might be able to, like, scrape pennies together to survive if Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon sucks. Because, like, that game you could actually make, like, real money off of, and if you're, like, really good on it, like, what if that becomes, like, the next World of Warcraft? You know, the content on Ashes of Creation could be as substantial as Pokemon Sun and Moon if it really blows up. I don't really know what kind of game could pull that off, but hey, if I'm just like the best player in Ashes, that'd be pretty nice. So I'm definitely going to do Ashes of Creation with Pokemon. I don't even know what happens after that. Is there going to be like Pokemon Switch game comes out, no game for 2 more years, like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Who knows? I think by then, I think I'll be safe though. I think if Ultra Sun Ultra Moon goes really well and Pokemon on the Switch goes really well, I really won't have to worry about content ever again. So there's some fun stuff. Hey, we're actually ahead on eggs. That's really nice. Once I get Pokemon HS, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, what? Finally stopped Masuda methoding. I just wish Sableye was Gen 2. Sableye Shiny Gen 2 would be freaking awesome, guys. I'd be so hyped for that. And yeah, looking good. Looking like everything's going solid right now. And I guess YouTube is promoting my video, or maybe all my subscribers have finally got my video, because somehow we've gotten like a massive jump. See what I mean, guys? 5 minutes. Actually, that took 6 minutes. 6 minutes to hatch egg, because it took me 6 minutes to get the egg. Are you kidding me, game? Shiny? Nah, it's not shiny. Gold, silver, just GS. Alright, alright. That's why I was like, HS? Oh man, I don't even know what Pokemon game that is. Heroes of the Storm? I didn't know you could hatch Pokemon Heroes of the Storm. I didn't miss the egg. There was just no inventory space to collect the egg. So like, this is how it should be, you know? It should be that long. It should take that long. Dunsparce looks like Kingdra. I don't think so. Hi, Verlis, you're a fan. Cool. Yeah, Dual Death with Car. You're banned from sponsoring unless you get rid of your Patreon perk. Then you can do it. And if you don't donate. What Pokemon should I hunt for in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Here's the thing. Shiny hunting Pokemon Sun and Moon is absolute garbage. Whatever Pokemon you like. Unless you want a challenge, go for the shiny Salamence. Go for the shiny Corsola. If you don't want a challenge, I don't know, Crabrawler. Do resets for Wimpod, cause that's fun. Buy a button clicker and then get shiny Wimpod. Good luck. Shiny Marini? No, Shiny Wait, is it Shiny Marini? Yeah, Shiny Marini, because Corsola is the one you find, then Marini appears. Yeah, go for the Shiny Marini. You'll see like 6 Shiny Corsola before you catch Shiny Marini. Masuda Method a female Combee Shiny. There, that'll keep you out of my hair for a while. If you want advice from me, or if you want a recommendation from me, I'm gonna give you the most BS thing I can think of, because I find it funny. I play evasion as one of my core strategies in Pokemon. If you're asking me for advice, you're gonna have some problems. Or not advice. I'm really good with advice. Oh my god, please don't stop coming to me with advice. That's what my whole channel is based off of. If you want a recommendation from me, it's gonna get funny if you try to. Oh hey, there we go. See, that's what I mean. We got so many eggs back to back like that. All right, we got shiny. What are you? Ah, dang. A friend of mine got shiny Marini soon after the game came out. Well, the thing is, it could take so long to get a Marini that, like, you might just tick up the counter to get increased shiny odds. Or, you know, if you just do a naturally long SOS, you know, it's decent odds that you get a shiny Marini. Even if you get a shiny Corsola, you can kill it, and then next Pokemon could be shiny as well. Shiny odds are nice. Or we just get lucky, and then the first thing's a shiny Marini. Done. Full odds. Who knows? Life is weird like that, you know? The game of Pokemon can have so many strange things happen, because, like, shiny odds are in the thousands. Players that have bought this game are in the millions. People have literally turned on the game and found a shiny as their first Pokemon for the first time ever. The first reset or the first encounter could be a shiny Pokemon. Just for legendaries like an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Spooky, huh? Shiny Chansey looking for shiny Riolu, but I don't care what those chances are. Exactly. You have a shiny Chansey now. That's pretty cool. Take good care of this egg. Yeah. First time watch stream. Any plans on using shiny Dunsparce in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Don't know yet. Don't know how the transfer is going to work. Gen 3 Zigzagoon given to Wally was shiny. That's funny. Would be fun if there was a golden daycare that gives your eggs 1% chance to be shiny. But you're adopting it and don't know which Pokemon would hatch for it. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, 1% shiny egg hatching seems way too high. And even like random shiny feels weird. Like that just kind of goes against Pokemon, I feel. Nice, we have full inventory of eggs and the old man's waiting for us. See, we can be super ahead on eggs like this, and then like 30 minutes from now, we might just have no eggs for like 20 minutes. It's happened before. Can I transfer clone Pokemon? I did a video on that. How did you get shiny Ditto for this game? Ditto glitch actually, well, I mean, technically you can Ditto glitch the red Gyarados and then transfer. Again, I have a guide for this. All of your questions about Gen 2 shiny hunting have been answered in guides. Because I was passionate about this. I wanted to bring the information to the people. And the people didn't care, apparently. But also, I technically did 8F. Actually, not technically. I did the 8F glitch, which is another way of getting a shiny Ditto. If I had the patience, I could have just done the red Gyarados, but I didn't. Because what I did was I 8F'd any Pokemon. You know, I got a Charmeleon that has Mimic, and it's shiny, so I can just shiny transfer Ditto all day long. So I recommend that if you do 8F, you do a not Ditto shiny for transfer. That way you can just keep on Ditto glitching if you want to. Like, technically, if I wanted to, I could just do a stream where I get, like, 50 shiny Dittos. That'd be fun. Let's do one of those. Let's just mega Ditto glitch. Understand how Ditto transformed twice? It just happens. Don't question it. Just happens. Okay, I see that the Patreon's dead. Good for you. I didn't mess up the third time on 8F. I only messed up the first, second, and a half times. Watching Verla's stream while playing RuneScape and owning noobs on BattleSpot. I don't want to disagree with that, but there's just something wrong about that sentence. Thank you very much, Dual Death Lucario, for sponsoring. You're already in the Discord and stuff, and already cool things, so yeah, that's whatever. Thank you for your money. I don't deserve it. It's awesome that you want to support me anyways, and now you can get to have cool emotes that you can spam. And you have like the mod badge, plus the sponsor badge, plus all kinds of things. Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna battle you, Anthony. No, you helped me out with, dude. Remember that RNG with the Dunsparce? I still want to know the odds on that. Does anyone know the odds of a trainer calling you? Because I had him call me for Dunsparce like instantly. Made no sense. RuneScape is actually doing really well. Like, YouTube RuneScape videos are outperforming Pokemon. Like, RuneScape is more alive as a community than Pokemon right now. Let that sink in, and then get really sad because of it. Should you hunch for Mudkip or some chainfish? I personally just enjoy chainfishing. But if you have, like, Masuda for Mudkip and you really want to do it, you can. See, that badge is worth it just because you have silly emotes. We got Shiny Ditto anti-hack shenanigans. We got coughing shenanigans, and then we have a Rainbow Spidgey. Who here saw the iDubbbz video, the new iDubbbz video? Because, like, I feel with that video, iDubbbz, he like, controls this site. I think after the last couple of content cops, we already knew he controlled the site, but, like, he really controls the site now. He can do whatever he wants. He can just call PewDiePie and be like, PewDiePie, wanna be a content cop? Cool. I'll see you in 2 days, or however long it takes to fly over from wherever you fucking live. You know? That's how I see that one playing out. It's crazy. I strongly disagree that iDubbbz is overrated. I think he just doesn't care enough to where he's like, he has reached God status on YouTube. I was watching him back when he had like 100k subs and he had like janky Kickstarter crap videos. Like, he can, whatever he wants to do, he can set his own trends. Like, he doesn't even do hard roast videos. He pretty much killed Leafy as hero off the site. So do YouTube. Like, YouTube tampered with the algorithm. Like, nah, this kid is not allowed to be, like, shown to anyone anymore. When's the last time I hatched a Pokemon? Jeez. I feel like whatever iDubbbz does, that's just kind of like the new trend. And it can shut down old trends. I wonder if he's actually going to do the Jake Paul, Logan Paul video. If he's working on that now, or if he's just like, nah, I'm just going to do the one I did. And, like, the thing about iDubbbz is that he can do whatever he wants. He said the N-word, like, a bajillion times on the platform. Without any care. And no one hates him for it, because he's so unintimidating. iDubbbz is so unintimidating, he can do whatever he wants, yet he has, like, the most power behind his punch. Weird. Like, iDubbbz is probably, like, one of, if not the only person that could go after Logan and Jake Paul and then come out on top. Not Shiny. Where's Crystal at? I mean, we don't need Crystal. I'm actually surprised we got yellow version. Yeah. Can't go into Pokemon Center. I need to go into the breeding thing so I could grab an egg and deposit it on Dunsparce. Am I going to be playing games on the Switch? Kind of? There's nothing to play now, but I'm definitely going to be playing Pokemon when that comes on the Switch. Oh wait, I don't need to withdraw Dunsparce. I need to get a new Elgato though. Like, the old Elgato sucks. They have the Elgato Live. But unfortunately, like, I asked for one. And, like, it's kind of awkward. Because, like, I asked Elgato if they would send me one. I don't think they sent it because, like, I never received the package. So either the package got stolen or I just never received it. I asked them like what happened. They were like, we'll just send you another one. But I told them I moved. I was like, hey, I moved to a new address. If you send me another one, send it here. And then they sent it to my old address. I was like, wait, you sent it to the old address? It's like, yes, we thought that it would be received at your old address. It's like, no, I gave you a new address just so you could send me the Elgato Live. So they attempted to. I feel terrible about it as well. Because, like, oh, I'm asking for a sponsor, you know? I'm asking for product because, hey, I'll use the Elgato all the time. I would honestly be having more Nintendo Switch and classic gaming content if I received that Elgato Live. But I never did because they sent it to the wrong address after I told them explicitly to not send it to that address, and then they did. So now I'm just gonna save some money and eventually buy it, but I don't need it now. Like, I was going to do it just like, I was going to receive their product as like the promotional sponsored dealie, and then I was going to use that as a way to get me to make content, but now they have to pay for it, then I don't want to use it to make content. I'm just going to wait till like a big Switch game comes out. Like, I'm not really going to cover Mario Odyssey. I probably should cover Mario Odyssey, but I feel like I don't want to do it. I really need the I need the Elgato Live if I want to make some good Mario Odyssey content. So I should just buy it though, because I'm gonna buy it at some point. And maybe even get the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck seems really cool. I don't know if I want to put in the time into mastering it, but I feel if I got really good at the Stream Deck, I can pull some shenanigans with it. Play Doom on the Stream Deck. And again, like, this is like the first sponsor deal that it's like, did I technically fall through and fail on the sponsorship because I never received the package and then they sent it to the wrong person and then like we just dropped communication? I guess are both sides embarrassed out of that? I feel maybe because like I feel bad. It's like I don't want to like I don't want to be like, hey Elgato, you screwed up, but you spent like $200 in product on me that I don't get to review now because it just didn't work. You know, like, I feel terrible about that. The Elgato Live's like $100-something each. And the Stream Deck is like another something else amount of money. So it's one of those things where just kind of like added up. It's like, man, we kind of both blew it. I guess it's like, all right, I have to buy it now. And I guess I was going to buy it to begin with. So it's just weird. But it's tax deductible. That's something to consider. That's directly going towards, like, myself and making content. So it's like $300. Why does everyone hate me? I have no idea. They hate me because I'm just successful, and they don't like that I'm successful because I'm against hacking. That's pretty much it. Like, I came in, like, you know, they were doing their thing. They were clickbaiting. They were being scumbags. Everyone that joined the PokeTubers, they just popped on it as well. They're like, wait a second. In this PokeTubing community, you're telling me I can cheat the game, I can hack, no one's gonna care, I can clickbait, I can be a greedy scumbag, and no one's going to call it out against me, and the audience is so young that I can just abuse them for money, and no one's going to care? And it is pretty much just that. Like, everyone went to PokeTubing is like, oh, we can just get away with being scumbags. And I came in, I'm like, wait, this is Pokemon. Why is everyone being scumbags? And they got mad at me for that. They got mad that I exposed all of them for being fake, clickbaiting, hacking cheaters that were just ruining the spirit of Pokemon. So they had to try to, like, remove me from the community. I ended up becoming one of the best PokeTubers, and then they couldn't really do much except slander me. And then they had to spread hate, because that's the only way you can keep me down. Like, if I didn't receive hate or anything, and, like, I collabed with people and stuff, it would be a disaster for them. Like, well, actually, it wouldn't be a disaster for them, because I'd probably be fake and sell-outy as well. Let's see if we get a Shiny Dunsparce, and that gets to make it into the clip. Yeah? Fate? Nah, okay, it looks like that isn't supposed to be in the highlights. Got it. I was saying something about the Shiny Dunsparce, or I was saying something about exposing them. So yeah, I would easily have, like, double views, and maybe even double my subscriber count if everyone didn't hate me. But see, the only way that they can thrive is by shutting me down, because if I get popular, that means bad news for them. Like, they don't want, like, the reason why people don't want to collab with me is because they're afraid they'd lose views. They know that my content's going to be better, so they don't work with me, because they're like, wait a second, if I work with Velicify, I might actually lose parts of my audience. You know, people are going to watch, like, my subscribers are going to watch me instead of him, so it's too risky for me to collab with Verlis. And that's what really sucks, yo. Because that's like, collabs don't work in Pokemon, because people are afraid that they are going to lose their viewership instead of actually trying to bring the community together. All I want to do is bring the community together, and then, like, try to make the Pokemon community a positive place, but all the other PokeTubers are so toxic that it threatens them. Sad. Why do people use me to get views? Because if you want to get 1,000 subscribers and, you know, a 40,000 view video as a new channel, all you have to do is just rip into me, make up some lies, say what everyone else has said about me, and you get free thousands of subscribers. You know, channels have literally been made or saved just by talking crap about me. It's amazing. If I ever manage to get big, 100% collab, yeah. But the thing is, like, if you don't fall, like, that's another problem. I don't think the PokeTubing community is going to let someone else like me through. That they didn't stop me hard enough when I was a small channel, and now anyone else that tries to come out, you know, PokeTubing is really saturated anyways, but if you, like, come in and you're not against me, they're just going to choke you out. Like, pretty much any rising PokeTuber, they get contacted by all the other PokeTubers to work with them, and then they just pretty much just lie. It's like, oh, if you work with Villisify, the Pokemon company will never sponsor you, so yeah, you can't work with Villisify. Like, those are lies that people spread, just because they're afraid of me having any power in this community. That's just non-stop spraying of lies. Like, oh, if you work with Verlisify, we're going to make a video about you, and then your channel's just going to be dead. So if you want to be in the Pokemon community, you can't work with Verlisify, or else we will make sure that you do not have a YouTube career. PokeTubing's scummy, man. Will I ever do a shiny lock? Shiny locks are kind of stupid. I think locks are stupid in general, but shiny locks are just needless. What will I do if I reach 1 million subscribers? I don't really care if I reach 1 million subscribers. I'm just that guy at high school or college. I'm just that friend that plays too much Pokemon. I'm not in it to be as big as possible. I'm in it to try to make the Pokemon community, like, a better place. And I'm trying to inform everyone about how awesome Pokemon truly is. And I'm failing, because Pokemon's toxic and dead. Yo, have you played Pokken on Switch? We're not interested. Want to see some Pokken streams. Never had a Wii U. So I have a Switch. Switch is like my only chance for Pokken. But I feel that, like, I wanted to do Pokemon Gold and Silver Virtual Console more. So I kind of didn't really care about Pokken. And I didn't really see Pokken gain a lot of traction. So I didn't really care about Pokken either. And yeah, like, I just never got into it. I demoed it at PAX on the Switch. And that was the only time I played. I'm like, this is cool, and I could learn it and stuff. But I feel like there's too many other things. You know, there's too many other things going on for me to want to play Pokken. Mostly PUBG. That 99% of my life is PUBG now. That whenever I'm not playing PUBG, I'm recording YouTube videos. And whenever I'm not recording YouTube videos, I'm playing PUBG. And because of that, I feel like I don't have any time for Pokken. Like, I have more passion towards PUBG now than Pokken Tournament. And because of that, I just kind of didn't want to do Pokken. Also, like I said, I don't have the Stream Deck. I don't have my Elgato live capture, so I don't really want to do anything on the Nintendo Switch. Like, the Switch recording takes a while to set up. It's kind of janky, and then also the Elgato kind of sucks if it's not an Elgato live. So, because of all that, yeah, I'm not really set up right now. So too busy. Don't care enough about Pokken. And I don't have the right recording software. I got 4 IV Volibee. So close. Oh, yeah, just 4. I mean, getting 5 IV, 6 IV Volibee shouldn't be too challenging. Volbee's good, though. Volibee, Mandibuzz is just a filthy Pokemon. What was that Z Mandibuzz that we saw on Fan Fridays a couple months ago? That was terrifying. And also, guys, look at that. Once again, we're now another, like, 10 minutes in. I think we got 1 egg in the last 10 minutes. So now we're, like, really screwed on these shiny odds. But it could get better again. Who knows? How'd you get here? You clicked on my video. Or maybe you misclicked if you're a hater. I live stream all the time, kind of. I live stream like once or twice a week-ish. Depending on the... I've live streamed a lot on YouTube, is effectively it. Pretty much YouTube notifications suck for live streams. Ever battle in Pokemon World Championship? I've done regionals. I haven't made it to Worlds, because the thing about Worlds is that Worlds is literally pay to win. If you don't have enough money to travel to multiple states, like... and then enter multiple events with multiple hotel rooms and then fly out to nationals, you just don't get to make it to Worlds. I don't think that's how a healthy esports circuit works. Also, everyone's a hacker, so it's not fun. even if you don't play, would you watch Pokken or like Pokken tournaments? You know, I've watched it. I've watched like Worlds, and I've seen it whenever there's like a big fighting game tournament that comes up. And since I don't understand the game that well, it's not that entertaining for me. Like I think Pokken's amazing. Like the lore behind it, the way that it expands upon the Pokemon world, and how it's like a real life fighting Pokemon game. That's cool. It's just not for me. Like, I'm actually more interested... Oh, I was more interested in the Street Fighter V scene before it died. Like, I like fighting games. I think fighting games are pretty cool, but Pokken is a little too technical, I feel, for me to kind of get into, since it is more based off, like, the Tekken stuff. I wasn't as big of a Tekken fan. Also, it's really hot in my room, so I'm going to turn on the AC. Give me, like, 5 seconds. It'll take longer, though. Garchomp would be broken with Dragon Dance. Remember that fake Garchomp leak like 3 years ago of a Dragon Dance Garchomp event? iDubbbz's video got taken down for misleading title and thumbnail. That's some BS. Because I don't think iDubbbz's video was clickbait at all. Like, everyone's going to click on it for a content comp. No one's going to specifically wait for the Jake Paul content comp because, like, the series was built off of the series. Content comp itself is iconic. Also, inside of the video, iDubbbz explains why he's not doing the content comp, and he kind of does like a mini roast on Jake Paul as well. So I feel like there's enough Jake Paul content to justify the video. Well, I think it really shows that YouTube doesn't like that iDubbbz is king. Or maybe it was also just like a lot of false flags and stuff. I don't know. Like, if I worked for YouTube, I'd let that slide. If there's all those other clickbait title and thumbnails that can get away. Like, if YouTube doesn't delete half of the Pokemon Go content on the site, then iDubbbz's video is completely fine. Well, I know that Pokken's nothing like Tekken, but just like the feel of the game. I've watched it. I understand how Pokken works, but I've never been interested enough to care. But yeah, like how could iDubbbz's video get false flagged though? Like, I'm pretty sure when you're a larger YouTuber like that, there should be enough protections where your video doesn't get taken down. It gets reviewed before it gets taken down. Also, if you have a false title and thumbnail, like, YouTube will literally, if you have a false thumbnail, YouTube just deletes your thumbnail. If you put in a custom thumbnail, it just removes it, and then it puts in, like, an actual screen capture from the video. So the thumbnail shouldn't be, like, doesn't ever cause the video to be taken down. They just remove it. And as for title, I don't know what they do for title, but clickbait titles stay up on all the time on the website, so I think it's just BS. How about this? YouTube needs to take every change they made to the algorithm in the website and just revert it back to, like, I don't know, 2013? Maybe even 2012. That summer of 2012 or 2013, right before YouTube Gaming was released, just go back to before YouTube Gaming. I think having a computer algorithm try to deep learn, like, yeah, having Google AI deep learning create an algorithm, that's like one of the worst things that could ever happen. Oh my god. Anthony won't stop bothering me about a battle. Jeez. This guy has issues. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of problems with YouTube. That's no secret. That's no surprise. Yeah, I just think like the deep learning algorithm has really messed up the site. I think Google's trying to get too much control with that one. It's like, how about you have people manage your website that people are making a living off of, and it's called YouTube. It's YouTube, not AI bot tube. My shiny hunting for legendaries? Probably not, because that's full odds. 1 in 8,000. No thank you. See, one thing I don't understand is, like, why companies just refuse feedback. Like, feedback exists to make you better, and then a lot of gamers, or gaming companies, a lot of large companies, they just refuse it, because they have their own agenda. They have their own plans. They don't want to let anything be natural. You know, gaming was blowing up too much. YouTube wanted to be a legitimate website and not just a gaming platform where people post gaming videos, so they intentionally kneecapped gaming in the YouTube algorithm. That's stupid. They didn't like the politics of Leafy was here, so they just crippled his channel intentionally. It's really stupid. So pretty much, unless you're just a fake mofo, you don't get, as long as you're not yourself, you're gonna find success on YouTube. Which is stupid. I could go on a Trove rant as well. Like, freaking Trove, guys, like, I wonder, I don't even know if the developers read any criticism anymore or feedback for Trove. I feel like the Trove devs, honestly, just don't care about their game at all. That it feels like someone else might have bought them out and they haven't announced it or anything. Because, like, once they made the switch over to console, I feel like they partnered with someone else, or there was like an acquisition or like some kind of like licensing agreement to where the people that they're working for, you know, they have to work for someone for console. And because of that, I feel that they don't have any control of their game, or they just don't care. Like, it's one of the two. And because of that, it's like, hey, if you're a game developer, and the most expensive item in your game goes from 120,000, you know, the rarest, most expensive item, the definition of late game value, that if you want a late game weapon, it was like over 100,000 a year ago. And then in less than a year, your item that is worth over 100,000 currency crashes to 250. Not 2,500, not 250,000, 250. A 5-digit value going down to a 3-digit value in a year. And you do nothing to change that, and instead you put out a stupid update that's pay to win. You don't care anymore. And that's sad. Trove doesn't understand how balance works. They don't understand how to fix their game. They pretty much see a problem, and they fix it by time gating and nerfing how much money goes into the economy. And because of that, the game is dead. And hey, 99% of the people on the forums are saying, you need to fix this, and for months they haven't even addressed it, and they've put out other patches. Like right now they're working on, what's it called? Club Worlds. They're working on Club Worlds right now. They promised this Club World update like 2 years ago, so like 2 years behind on this update, and it's a non-content update. It's like creative mode. It's like an update for creative mode Minecraft. Actually, command blocks are pretty sick, so that's a pretty terrible analogy. But pretty much, it's like, I really can't come up with anything for this. But pretty much, this is going to benefit no one. This changes nothing about the core gameplay. It's a purely cosmetic update for people that like hang out and stuff. But if you're actually like playing the game, it's not going to affect you at all. So because instead of actually fixing the game, fixing the economy, fixing the core gameplay, they're working on something cosmetic. And it's taken them years to do this, and they're like, yep, this is our only priority. Our only priority is to work on this cosmetic thing. It's not to fix our economy, not to address the 99% of the 99% of comments from the community. You know, if it's a #1 community's concern, it should be a #1 priority as a game dev. But no, they don't even have priority. I don't think the Pokemon Company needs to listen to player feedback. I feel like the Pokemon Company listening to player feedback is what's gotten them in this situation to begin with. That competitive is a mess because they listen to feedback and the community has no idea what's going on. Now, I'm not trying to contradict myself about Trove. What I'm saying is you have to listen to the correct feedback. If you listen to the wrong feedback, if you listen to the vocal minority, you're going to ruin your game. And unfortunately, Game Freak, I feel they've done that. To see that they've been listening to the wrong feedback, all you have to do is look at the changes the changes to Smogon. That Smogon, they say, sleep is too powerful, this Pokemon's powerful, nerf, nerf, ban, ban, nerf, nerf, nerf. And in response, Game Freak has nerfed Swagger, Prankster, Thunderwave. So Game Freak has nerfed RNG, which is pretty much what Smogon hates. And they've also nerfed Mega Kangaskhan and a couple of other things, while also nerfing Evasion and then making, like, pretty much all the complaints that Smogon has had, Game Freak has soft implemented. You know, they haven't done, like, hard implementations. But they're like, oh, the community is complaining about this. Let's change that. Oh, now our competitive scene sucks. So there can be a lot of misguided people, but at the same time, you have to look at the results. When it comes to Trove, when one of your most powerful, like the best item crashes from 120,000 down to 200, actually, yeah, down to 250. So not 5 figures, that's 6 figures down to 3 figures. When you lose that much value on the most powerful late game item in the game, and then fix everything with the time gate, that's bad. When you listen to a toxic community, that's also bad. I think Game Freak has been doing pretty much everything right. Like, the only issue is that they haven't been stopping hacking, and I don't really know what their stance is on that. Like, that's more of like a Pokemon Company International issue. No, that's just corporate corruption and not the game developers making bad things. I had no problems with Pokemon Sun and Moon. Thought the gameplay was good. Thought all the features were awesome except for Festival Plaza. They still might have some changes to make Festival Plaza work a little better. But it's not like there's any criticism you can have about Pokemon Sun and Moon that if Game Freak doesn't implement in the Switch game, they're going to die. They should just do their own thing. I feel that when Game Freak is running it themselves, they're doing a lot better. It's not a nerf, it's a lobotomy. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the Poképelago needs an improvement. Like, that was a fun little minigame thing that you could play throughout the first couple weeks and months and then max out and get a lot of good rewards from it. Like, I don't think the Poképelago needs to be any more stronger or have any more features. It has everything you need. That isn't a complete handout. I think that's another problem. Like, Game Freak, if they listen to all these people asking for handouts and stuff, yeah, they're going to ruin their game. All they had to do was shut down hacking and then not introduce hyper training, and Pokemon Sun and Moon would have been a much better game. Fact. How many sponsors am I at? Just going to check this while doing some other things. Sponsorships. There we go. Dang it! I gotta stop not looking at things because it means I'm going to run to a wild Pokemon and I'm going to die. 14 sponsors. Badge. Emoji. Alright. One more sponsor, and we get another emoji, and it's going to be a Mimikyu face, and I'll make it live on stream, except I don't think I could actually stream it. Actually, technically, I can. Who wants to see me make a custom emote in MS Paint? Because I think I could actually do that. All we need is one more sponsor, and if it's garbage, I'll fix it later. I need to make an MS Paint Mimikyu emote. That'd be funny. We're just one. Wait, man, that's me really sucking up that YouTube money. Give me $5. One of you 300 people better give me $5. You don't get to see me make a Mimikyu in MS Paint. Oh, I'm such a stream whore. Next thing you know, I need to have a breast cam just right there for that Mimikyu. Oh, Etika's streaming right now? Well, I'm done. What is Etika even streaming? Did he talk about the Nintendo changes? I haven't like paid attention to Etika in like the last 5 days. Like, I don't think he brought up anything about that. Actually, no, I saw him tweet about the what happened in Las Vegas, but he's been kind of quiet on Twitter for a while. Oh, he's chatting about YouTube beef. Of course. Of course. I mean, after the whole iDubbbz thing, I get that. I get that. Now, unless it's like YouTube, like I think he's talking about upper tier YouTube beef. Because I mean, if you want to talk about YouTube beef between me and anyone else, that'll go on for years. I met Etika at PAX. I think we at least went into a positive, neutral. I would like to think we're acquaintances after hanging out at PAX. I don't know if he thinks the same, but I think it's definitely like we're not. Like I think he understands me at the very least. All I want in this community... Oh, crap, he kept the egg because I didn't have enough space for it and I messed up. All I want to do is be understood. I feel if you understand me in this community, things get, like, infinitely better. Because I'm just a passionate kid that likes to play Pokemon. I hate clickbait. I hate people being scammers, you know? Sucks. But I guess with the Rice Gum thing, I wonder what he has to say. I'm actually really interested in what Etika has to say about the YouTube beef. Because it's a complicated subject. I feel like the whole YouTube beef right now is in a good place. Because we have, like, Jake Paul, Logan Paul versus everyone. Like, have you been following... If anyone's been following Twitter, we have Sky Does Minecraft, now Nobody, hanging out with Keemstar, and, like, a lot of other really, really big people just throwing parties, getting high all day long, and they're just talking about YouTube drama and whatnot. So, they're doing, like, diss tracks and Logan Paul. They did that for the FaZe Banks pop-up shop. It's like, I feel there's a lot of people coming together right now. We have freaking PewDiePie working with Ethan from H3H3 and iDubbbz to roast Rice Gum, who has kind of gotten like out of control. He's just drunk on power, which iDubbbz kind of exposed right there. I feel that there's enough going on to where it's like, yeah, I think that YouTube drama is in a good place with this beef technically. Draxus67 with the $5 donation. I don't deserve your money. It's also you want to give it to me anyways. I kind of meant $5 donation and sponsors, but technically that's still $5 is $5. So let's pop up some paint and let's figure out how to make this thing. And I don't know what kind of accent that was, but it just kind of happened. So, okay, guys, I don't stream that often. I hope you can understand that I don't stream that often. So, if I'm on YouTube Gaming, am I allowed to have a Twitch Creative live stream option on YouTube Gaming? Just, no? Okay. I hope I don't get banned for not streaming a game on YouTube Gaming, guys. I don't even know what I was trying to go after right there. I was just trying to, I don't even know. Let's go to MS Paint. Because, like, the thing is to, ooh, right. How do I... Oh, God. Oh, I need to add MS Paint to, XSplit as well. Ooh. Uh-oh. Things just kind of crashed there for a second. I think, Yep. That crashed my 3DS capture. 1 second, guys. I am trying to figure my life out. There we go. There we go. There's MS Paint for you. Working on some other things. 'Cause, yeah, like, sometimes 3DS capture just crashes, but it's working now, so that's okay. I need to get like 60. Is it 64 pixels by 64? Can I just like create that? New. Don't save. All right. So MS Paint doesn't let you. Can I edit? How do I? I guess I have to like just do it by hand, right? Oh man, look at that. If we make it square, that kind of works. I'm going to just, and that's too small, so I'm gonna have to definitely like scale this up, guys. It's MS Paint. So let's make it. I mean, I kind of actually want to do it to size. So we'll do like, I think 64 by 64 is technically too large, but it gives me a little bit of play. So I might be able to make some. That's how I've done all the other ones, I think. So we have 64, and then we go by 64. Boom! MS Paint, guys. A+ stream. Let's remove that. And let's screen capture that. Yeah! Ha! Oh man, this sucks. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Because watch guys, I'm going to zoom in, and now you guys don't see anything anymore. That's great. That's the most I can zoom in as well. Let's try this again, because MS Paint. Alright. That should be a good enough canvas. That should give an idea as to what's going on right here. Probably need a reference photo. Unfortunately, MS Paint can't have a reference photo. Brushes. Regular brush. Size. Technically, we need like 1 pixel size. Oh, this would be infinitely easier on whatchamacallit, Photoshop. But again, I can't. Actually, ooh. Why is it this? Why are you this way? Why are you this way? Come on. Pencil. Nope. Like, why can't you just be a 2x2 block? Why are you a plus sign? All right. Let's try some things, guys. So first off, I need a paint bucket, and we need to get Mimikyu's color, which is more of a cream color. Edit colors. Cool. Let's take this cream, go a little yellow. Boom. Mimikyu color. Perfect. Off the bat. Let's get a brush in here. And now we get to scribble. So we get to make the scribbly. Oh, that's already bad. I don't even know why it does that. Like, do you see this? Like, what's up with all this aliasing right here? Come on. Come on, get it together. That just looks wrong. Like, how do you do the eye scribble on Mimikyu wrong, apparently? That looks terrible. Why can't you draw correctly? MS Paint? We'll figure this one out. Maybe that's because it's the brush. Fine, we'll do pencil. Oh god. Why does pencil look so terrible? And now we're trying out Jesus. Pen? No. Actually, pen might come in useful. Is this the small size? Okay. So what if we... That's... Well... Technically, we could... That just looks wrong. Is this... Okay. I'm starting to understand why... Oh god. Why Microsoft wanted this gone. And you know what? I don't think I could hold it against them anymore. Please. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It has... What is this? Oh, no. Pencil doesn't work. Brush doesn't work. None of this is even real. None of this is even real, guys. Like, pencil. Okay, never mind. Apparently I wanted pencil, not a brush. God. You see what you've done to me, MS Paint? Let's try again. Because, like, it's kind of like squiggly eyes, but kind of not. God. Why did I do this to myself? I need a Mimikyu reference. We go, let's see, wait, is that screen capture? Okay, yeah. It doesn't show any of my background. So, Mimikyu. Oh, I know what I can do personally. What I can do is I can put Mimikyu into a side tab, and then put paint over here, and now I can see Mimikyu. Perfect. All right, guys, we might have this one. So we go squiggle, 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 squiggle. Nah, that's wrong. If you know my favorite Pokemon, you'd expect I'd be able to do something right. All right. See, the thing is, like, it's not just one of these. Like, it's not just one of those. That's what's wrecking me right now. It's like, it starts off as one of those, and then it just kind of goes freestyle in here, but no matter what I do, it just kind of doesn't look right. Close, but not quite on that one, I feel. Yep, nope, that's terrible. If I had my bamboo drawing pad, you know, I actually used to have like a legitimate art drawing pad. And the thing is, like, sometimes it's too thin and sometimes it's too thick. So what I'm going to do, all right, guys, I think I have a winning formula. We do this. No. We do this. So we kind of have like this base inside part, and then we do this, and now we can kind of, that just, Sharingan. Dang. Okay, that seems kind of close. Mimikyu's eyes are freaking magic. Okay, I think I got it. Let's try this again. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go 1. No. It kind of like comes in, it goes tall, comes in, and then like I only have so many pixels to work with, guys. Screw it. I feel I'm just gonna have to go with like a generic swirly eye. One of these spin to eye things. Actually, maybe closing it like that kind of works, and then maybe starting it at a new point. Oh god, this is the worst emote ever. Why can't Why can't I make it look right? It's so wrong in so many ways. And then I think we're gonna have to go TBD. TBH. Like we're just not quite there yet as an artist, as maybe even a human, to accomplish this. I'm so sorry, guys. What is this? What is this? Fine, this is the emote. I don't care anymore. You know what? We need one of those just jank emotes that means absolutely nothing. I'm gonna do this Mimikyu. Boom. Congratulations, guys. We need one more sponsor, and that emote can be yours. Wait, it says 0 remaining. Oh, did I get a sponsor? Sick. Whoever sponsored, I'm gonna shout you out in a second, but my goodness, why would you want this? Oh god. There. That is your new Verless What emote. Oh god, it looks even worse than I could have ever imagined. Thank you very much. Well, if I can find your name. Sponsor directory. Thank you very much, John R., for sponsoring and bringing that to life. You are solely responsible, whether you see that as good or ill for the world. Now we can get back to shiny hunting. What's that one picture where it's just like a really messed up Pikachu is like, Pikachu, you okay? But now we have 4 emotes. So these are some interesting emotes. Gotta say. Just so broken. See, sometimes you just have to commit to what exists in the world. You just have to understand that this is your life now. That is the face of your life. I have made that. So if you want to sponsor $5 and be able to represent how you feel on the inside, that's exactly how you do it. So whenever something jank happens, you know the emote. What we got? Insert John John WTF meme. I think that just needs a long moment of silence as you stare into the void. See, that's what happens when the void stares back. That is the result of the void staring back at you, and that is not what you want. And not a shiny. When I lost the save after 8F. Oh, see, that's the one and only use case for something that tragic. My face when I lose 8F. What's the point of commissioning people to make an emote when all you have to do is that? My emote for the Emoji Movie? Oh god, no. The face you make when there's jalapenos in your cheese bread, even though you explicitly told Domino's that you don't want jalapenos in your cheese bread. And this is the third time they've messed up that order. And you've messed up so many times that the store doesn't even believe you anymore. So you don't even get a refund because the manager's mad at you, even though their incompetent employees are the ones that freaking keep putting jalapenos in your cheese bread. But no, that's just a clearly very specific theoretical event in which you would use that emoji. Now, because of that, and because of all the other, like, interesting breaks we've had, I don't really know how long it's going to take to get this done sparse. But again, if we get this done sparse in, like, the next hour or so, it's still looking really good. That Mimic You emote is the last face you see before death just slowly encroaches. Full odd shiny Suicune cheese. That's pretty ridiculous. Breeding male shiny Gyarados, female Arbok for 2 weeks, no shiny, 793 eggs in. What is the Masuda odds? Like, what are the actual Masuda odds in Gen 7? Oh, male shiny Gyarados in Gen 2, I'd imagine then. For about 2 weeks, the female Arbok, no shiny after 700 eggs. That doesn't... How? I want to say if you're doing it wrong or not, but so the odds at that point, that means you have to hatch a female, and it's a female Arbok. Is there reduced odds for receiving a female Arbok? I'd imagine that it's 50-50 or 25. Actually, are there 25-75s like that? Because then it takes from the other, so it's base 128, and if it's less odds or more odds for a female, then it gets higher than that or lower. Masuda odds without charm are 1 in 683. With charm, it's 1 in 512. Got it. What do you think best Pokemon spin-off game is? Like, I keep saying Pokemon Snap. I don't know if that's just a reflex or because I don't really truly understand the depths of Pokemon spin-off games or just because Pokemon Snap is the best. Really like Battle Revolution. I would pay money to see another Battle Revolution in my life. Shiny coin case glitch is fast? I believe it. Did I get any shinies yet? Not today, but recently, yes. Do I think Game Freak is done with Megas? No, I don't know why anyone would think that. Because they put Megas in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon Conquest is amazing? New Pokemon Stadium for Switch would be nice. I feel that if they have all these amazing models for Pokken Tournament, you know, they got some talented designers that they could do to make another 3D Pokemon game. And, like, that could be what you play for Pokemon Worlds and stuff. Like, was it the first Pokemon World Championship that actually played it on Battle Revolution? I'm like, yeah, I'm 100% certain that that's what happened. That at Worlds, you know, you did it on the DS, and then when you made it to Finals, like, boom! Battle Revolution! That's just amazing. Am I going to duplicate shinies and give them away? Well, technically I can't until we get Poké-Transporter for Gen 2, which could take a while. Huh. Hillisk needs some Game Freak love. Yeah, it got a buff. It wasn't enough, but it got a buff. Like, it's kind of weird how a lot of Pokemon got buffed and it didn't really change much. Like, Mantine should be getting a lot more play, but Tapu Koko exists. So Tapu Koko invalidates everything Mantine gets. There's a lot of things that are invalidating a lot of things right now because the game is unbalanced. And doesn't receive enough active patches. I feel like if Game Freak got patched like Super Smash Brothers, or Game Freak patched Pokemon Sun and Moon like Super Smash Brothers, it'd be a lot better. Just give us, like, after a game releases, just give us, like, 3 big buffs, or patches. Try and make everything equal. Like, just nerf something in the ground. If you have to completely delete a Pokemon, just... Well, not delete, but, you know, if you have to delete a Pokemon's viability, just do it. No one wants to see Landorus ever again. If you can make, Thundurus and Tornadus not usable, then you can do it with Landorus. I believe in you, Game Freak. One way of buffing Heliolisk, give it Boom Burst. How would that buff it? Am I missing something? What we need is a ground type with Ion Deluge. Well, actually, technically, we could just use a Pokemon that's immune with Motor Drive. Coin Case Glitch Guide. Maybe. I haven't wanted to mess around with Coin Case Glitch because I don't like doing it. Because I just, it's one of those technical things that I feel that the natural game mechanics are more interesting. But it exists, so whatever. And it's been a while since we've received an egg. How many eggs are we down to? That's not ideal. It's my favorite shiny? Honestly, I don't know. Well, I don't have face cam because I like being ugly. I don't want to make sure I'm looking good the whole time I'm streaming. I just want to just fall into my chair, be absorbed by my chair, and just not care about my face. I've given my sponsors too much power with that emote. I need to rethink a lot of my life choices. Shinies and XD are really messed up. Really? That's weird. Boxes and boxes of shinies because of coin case glitch. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, that's where things are gonna get pretty fancy as we get Poke Transporter for Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, I wonder if the game is going to detect that a coin case is being used that way and then prevent transfer with that. They didn't do it for Missing No. But I mean, if the game just said, hey, you have a glitch stack of items. Hey, 8F is in your inventory or PC. We should just not let you transfer anything, okay? Okay. But I don't know if they're going to do that, because, like, coin case is much more powerful than 8F. And then, next thing you know, just millions of legit shinies. I don't think they're going to let Celebi through. It's like, Game Freak knows. They didn't do an in-game Celebi event. They did an out-of-game Celebi event, because they probably don't want any in-game Celebis getting through, therefore they can just blanket ban all the Celebis. I should probably save. It's been a very long time since I've saved the game. If I had one superpower, what would it be? Superpowers are so vague and hard to break down that really, I prefer not to talk about superpowers and stuff. Cause like, I would wish for ultimate god power or telepathy or, you know, teleportation, speed, stopping time, being able to time travel, you know, all that stupid stuff. I prefer to think of what superpower I'd want in terms of Devil Fruit. What Devil Fruit would I want? That's a much better question to ask anyone, and I feel that you can get into some really technical discussions about like amazing Devil Fruit and stuff. Because I feel the Opie Opie no Mi is pretty freaking cool. That Law, I can't wait to see what happens with Law in the next couple of arcs. As for the Luck Luck Fruit, maybe the Luck Luck Fruit is the strongest, most invincible, most powerful fruit out there. So if you can manipulate luck, you can effectively just win everything. You know, the way that it was used was really stupid. That if if she understood that she had a cap and a limit to her luck, or had to be able to stockpile luck in some other way, then you could win instead of dicking around with your opponents, you know? It's all about the other things. Also, what was Gecko Mariah's fruit name? Whatever his fruit was. Because if you're not an idiot about it, and you just keep absorbing all the really good souls, then you can effectively become invincible, and not be lazy, and, you know, you just it's the plot armor mixed with the flaw of every villain, you know? Like, a lot of the fruits are super unstoppable. What's that other guy? Of course, that's gonna be very, very useful in the One Piece universe. The guy that does the tarot cards, I forget the name of his fruit. The straw fruit. I think the straw fruit could be really broken. All you have to do is touch someone, make a freaking voodoo doll out of them, and they become an extra life. And I don't know how many extra lives you could hold, but I would like to just be like, yeah, you have to kill me 50 times. Good luck with that. And I just become skilled in other ways. You know, you train your hockey and then you have 50 lives. That's gonna be pretty difficult to tear through. Can't even choose your devil fruit because there's so many good devil fruit. Check Discord. Oh no. I don't trust it. Jump to presents. Okay. Yep, that's kind of it. Devil fruit discussions are fun. It's like if you're law and you have room, you kind of just win. A lot of fruits just kind of let you just win, you know? It's kind of cool. Now I'm getting more phone calls. Great. This is why I didn't want... Okay, I'm deleting your number. I got the Dunsparce off of you, I'm just deleting your number. Is that okay? That's okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's Pokegear. Oh. Delete. You're annoying! Yeah, I feel like you could get really creative with the Opi-Omi no Mi, and Law has. I don't think like the ageless surgery really counts as like something super duper amazing, but technically, like if the world government got their hands on that fruit, then the game is just over. Because I think like the running theory is that it just respawns on a nearby fruit. So if you just do it in the middle of nowhere, there's only one nearby fruit, you can just kind of keep farming fruits. I'm pretty sure that's actually happened in a canon way in the One Piece universe or something. So just like, okay, Ageless Surgery you, boom, that guy dies. Ageless Surgery you, boom, that guy dies. And you just kind of recycle that fruit. Like, I don't even know how the Opi-Opi no Mi is even in circulation, or isn't just like the most priceless, valuable fruit because of that. Fire Devil Fruit, Maramara no Mi. The Guruguru no Mi is pretty good too. Like, we just in the world. Like, Guruguru is the one that Whitebeard had, right? If Whitebeard wasn't sick, he could just kill everyone. Okay, guys. You know why everyone hates me in the Pokemon community? It's cause I'm mean and I'm salty and because like I say all these bad things about people. You wanna know why I'm that way? The reason why I'm such a quote unquote terrible person is because when Whitebeard smashed into, I forget his name, the Marine Admiral, and just wrecked him with a point-blank earthquake to the ribs, he didn't die. And Whitebeard ended up dying after the fight. And I'm not ready to forgive the world for that happening. So there, the mystery of Relisify has been solved. I've said that about a couple of things in life. The reason why I'm such a terrible Akinu, yeah. Akinu. It's he deserved to die. There's no reason that man should be alive right now as a plot foil for Luffy to maybe kill someone because of Ace's like getting revenge on Ace. But yeah, I like how I've also used that line a lot of times. Like, the reason why I'm such a terrible person is because the coin, the DK coin in Web Woods, is only available for 3 frames, and I'm not quite ready to forgive the world for that one. That we have a 6-minute level that is just pure evil, and there's a coin that you need to complete the game at the end of it, and you only have less than 1/10 of a second to get it, and if you fail, you have to play the hardest, most annoying level. Actually, not hard, but it's like the most annoying level in Doggone Country 2 all over again. And because of that, I'm a terrible person. What are some? I said another one that in the last stream that was pretty interesting. It's like that's just a good excuse, you know. If anyone calls you out on something, just take like one of the most BS things that has ever happened to you, and not to you, but about you. You know, you've experienced a game, you've had this hardship in life via many different ways. You know. Oh, I think I already mentioned this one as well. You know, if you have a fault with yourself, just blame it on something else. That's the best way of getting through life, you know. The reason why I'm such a hateful person is because Tobias has a Darkrai and a Latios and ruined Ash's best chance of becoming a Pokemon Master. I'm not quite ready to forgive the world for that. The reason why I'm such a hateful person is because the AWM in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a one-shot kill through a level 3 helmet. It has no counterplay, so no matter how well you're doing, you just lose. The reason why I'm such a hateful person is because in the game League of Legends, there's this character known as Fizz, and he can hop on his pole into another freaking dimension and then one-shot you, while after having invulnerability and 2 forms of movement. He has 2 blinks. That should not be okay. Dunsparce hasn't received Mega. You know, there's a lot of really fancy things you can kind of spin that into. There's a lot about League of Legends that you could just kind of throw out there. The reason I'm such a hateful person is because aliens. The reason why I'm such a hateful person is that because when I was 9 years old, I was playing my brother in a game of Monopoly, and I was about to beat him for the first time, but he landed on my boardwalk. Or I don't know, I dropped the ball in that one. You know, it's like, no. I was about to beat him, and I grabbed the chance time card that said, take a walk on the boardwalk, but my brother was already sitting on boardwalk with a hotel, and I lost because of a stupid chance card. Boom. Nothing. I feel like everyone just has one of those moments in their life where they're like, you know what? That's just unfair, and I think it has actually made me a worse person for it. Like, I think my Web Woods analogy, I would say Web Woods is #1 because like that's just so niche and personal. And if you relate to that Web Woods analogy, then props to you, but you can completely understand. But #2, I would say it's the One Piece one because it's popular. You know, many people can relate. And some people might even relate to me on that extreme level. And then #3 is what happened with Tobias, because 2 legendary Pokemon? One of them being Darkrai? How did you do that? What? Are you sure? No, that's not okay. Still no luck on Shiny Dunsparce, but I think we've had at least an entertaining time up until this point. Oh, that didn't feel as good as I thought it would. Tobias is a hacker. How would I be able to spend your slightly better emote I made, or send a slightly better emote in MS Paint? I don't know if we wanted a better emote after this experience that we've all shared together. I just take things on Twitter mostly. It's probably first because I got hit with a van. The guy tried to sue me. Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Oh, hit with a van, yeah. And then they blame it on you, yeah. The reason you're so hateful is because Lugia is a psychic flying type. Exactly. Lugia isn't a water type Pokemon. I'm not quite ready to forgive the world for that. And then in the next generation, they introduced Groudon and Kyogre. And Kyogre is a water type Pokemon that has a direct advantage over Groudon. They didn't do it in Gen 2 because they don't care about Lugia. I'm a terrible person because when I was little, I got Red Rescue Team solely for Feebas. When I finally finished the story and got to dungeon, I dropped my GBA in a pool on vacation. Well, I mean, that's kind of your fault, you know. It can't be your fault. It has to be something out of your control that has tainted you just a little because of it. I feel like losing something like that kind of doesn't count. You know, it has to be something that anyone can have an experience with. Not trying to invalidate you at all. But I just feel like, you know, you can do better. I believe in you to have a better reason. Because, like, if it's something like that, like, even if it's like my brother took my DS and then threw it into a pool and I lost everything, it's like, you know, that is an understandable reason to be bitter, but I don't think it's a funny way. You know, it has to be funny. You know, it can't be something super specific. It just has to be something that happens the same time. It has to be a consistent thing. That no matter how you look at the situation, it is and will always be that way. You know, you have to be unable to forgive the world for an autonomous decision that someone else made. Like Game Freak. Or the developers at Rare. Or Oda. Oh, is my party full? Do I have all eggs? Sick. That's awesome. You know, I want to see one of those. I want to see someone that's like that. They played a niche game, but other people can relate, and it's some kind of BS that you're never going to quite recover from. You know, one of those. Yeah, it's like, well, okay, it's like, because Jigglypuff is supposed to be one of the worst characters ever introduced in Super Smash Brothers, but in Melee, it can just one-shot you, and you can't do anything about it. There's a true combo into rest. Why does that exist? I've never played any of the Disgaea games. Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it, let alone what it is. Up throw rest is a true combo. When Shiny Houndour uses Roar? What? Yeah, I'm kind of out of my analogies, you know. I've said all the good ones because I've had years to work on this. You know? I'm such a hateful person because I wanted to main Marth in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and my friend, he was a Falco main, so all he had to do was chain grab me every single time. I'm a bitter person. I mean, I could go into one that really upset me, but I mean, I don't really have much control over that. You know, it's one of those things like when you don't have control over it, doesn't make the analogy as nice. You know, I'm a bitter person because I went 10 grand into a stock that was worth 2 cents. I was playing them penny stocks, yo. I went 10 grand into a 2-cent stock. It went up to 7 cents, so I sold it. I made a lot of money. When you go 2 to 7 cents on 10 grand, you profit pretty big. The next day, that stock went up to 30 cents. I could have made over $100,000 on a 2-cent penny stock. But nah, I got greedy. Technically less greedy than the ultimate greed. But damn, that really sucks. Because I found the stock. I was on it. And then I just didn't trust it. I'm like, oh, it's at 7 cents right now. I could go back down to 2 cents. I'm not gonna lose this money. Nah, man. I lost money. What's my favorite Pokemon Mega? I don't know. I'm just salty I had the perfect stock that would change my life and I didn't jump on it. Crows can actually talk, apparently. Neat. Can you breed Dittos in gold and silver? No. Oh, this guy's been here for a while, and I think I just put in... Am I full in... I don't know, I've been getting a lot of Pokemon. I also haven't been playing as optimally because I've just been reading a lot of chat. Yeah, let's get 5 eggs. I'm a hateful person because I died on the 98th floor of any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. How much is an Elgato capture card? It's like 100 something. Like, I want the Elgato live. I think that's 150. Has it been a shiny yet? Not this stream. Gotten 2 shinies in Gen 2 so far. 2 streams, 2 shinies. Not bad. Let's 5 penny stock lessons. No, penny stock lessons would be to not play penny stocks. You cannot learn a lesson when a penny stock goes from 2 to 7 cents, you don't sell, and it goes to 30 cents. There are no lessons to be made right there. What happened is there was a pump and dump, and the pump and dump went freaking nuclear to a point where no one could have predicted it, and that's why it went up to 30 cents. Like, the pump and dumpers were like, can we keep going? The people want to buy, let's keep going. There were also some really weird technical factors as well, because they were, like, when you're a 2-cent stock and you're still listed, like, that was another thing. This wasn't OTC. This was, like, NASDAQ. A 2-cent stock on NASDAQ has so much power because you can't trade penny stocks on a high volume most of the time. So this is, like, one of those rare cases where you could trade penny stocks on a high volume. But the company was absolutely worthless. The company was pretty much getting ready to, like, delist and just kind of fade into oblivion because it's a pharmaceutical, and the pharmaceutical was trying to cure cancer. And you know what happens when you're a pharmaceutical that tries to cure cancer? Your stock is worth 2 cents because it's not going to happen. As pessimistic as that sounds. So because of that, there was a vote, and the vote was for a reverse split. Now what a reverse split means is that the stock price goes up by that amount, and they wanted a 50 to 1. Actually, I think they wanted a 500 to 1 reverse split. So 501 reverse split to push the stock price to $10. That way they could stay listed. Problem is, pump and dumpers, they don't like that. They want their 2-cent penny stock that they can flip all day long on that's freaking listed. So they had a stock vote, and pretty much you had to buy, like, if you bought enough shares, you were eligible for voting, and then when you made the vote, you could vote yes or no on the reverse split. So what drove the price up is that people bought all the shares, just be like, hell, this is 2 cents a share. I can literally put in like 100 grand and buy this company, say no on the reverse split, and then sell it right before that vote comes through. Because I think there was also a time where it's like everyone voted, and then like 2 days later the votes were announced or something. Or also there was like a little bit of hope as well, that like even though it was no on the reverse split, the company was trying to do everything that they could to try to push the stock price naturally from 2 cents to $1. And a lot of people were like, oh yeah, let's get it to $1, guys. You know, if we get it to $1, we don't delist because the vote was no, but this stock is trying to cure cancer. Don't we want to cure cancer? You know, they tried to do like a lot of pumpy things like that. So people just kind of bought it up, voted no, wrecked the entire company, and then the company delisted themselves. They're like, fine, you're not going to give us the reverse split that we need. We're just going to close our own company. It was messy, and because of that, I didn't make $150,000. I am my own financial advisor. I literally started investing this year, like January of this year is when I started investing, and I'm up 14%. I've been up as high as 30, and I've been like, so pretty much like I peaked at 30, and then I went down a lot because I got greedy and I made a lot of terrible mistakes, and then I went down to like -5%. So I mean, for the last 2 months, I'm up 20%. So like if we just kind of erase the first 6 months, like the first 6 months I did really good and I did really bad. So I got lucky and then I got really unlucky, and when you're technically dealing with that much money and investing and stuff, there's no real luck. It's just, well, there's luck when you get lucky, and it's pretty much just really being an idiot when you get unlucky. So I think taking from what I've learned the last 2 months, I've been able to be very successful because of it. So yeah, it only took me like 10 months to learn basics. Like I don't know anything still about like heavy investing and like reliable investing and stuff like that, but I've at least gotten competent. Also, I dabbled in it a couple years ago. Like, has anyone done like the one where they give you like $100,000 of fake money to play the stock markets, and it's like a contest or at school or something? I did that like when I was in the 10th grade. I think I was in the 10th grade when that happened, and I actually got like 5th place throughout the entire state. Mostly from penny stocks. That everyone else was just like, we're gonna put all of our money into Google and Apple. Yeah. That's like what everyone did. They were just like, we're putting our money in these big companies. I'm like, well, this money doesn't matter, but I'm gonna see how well I do. I think I did, I turned that 100,000 into 150,000 in a month, and I got like 3rd place. It was pretty awesome. And that's mostly because I put, and also there were limits that you couldn't invest more than 20,000 into one company with the money. I was like, well, that kind of sucks, because that means I had to find like 5 companies that would do really, really well, instead of just putting it all into one I knew was going to do well. Like there was one, it went from, and also you couldn't buy anything under $5. So there were a lot of limitations that didn't let me play like super disgusting penny stocks and make like absurd amounts of money with that play money. But I was playing this one stock. I was watching it for like just weeks, you know. I was doing like a lot of up and downs, a lot of weird trades and stuff, and I was making, you know, 10-15% throughout the month. And I was just keeping my eye on this one stock because it was ready to have a breakout, you know. It was at like $4.50 for the longest time, and it just kept kind of flirting with that $5. The second it broke $5, I put 20 grand into it, and then it went up to $12, pulled out, and I was like, all right, I win this competition. But there was also a lot of weird things. It was 15 minutes behind the market. So technically when I did that $5 to $12 play, I bought in at like $6 and I sold it at $10 because like I didn't buy it the second it broke 5, and I didn't sell it by the time it like peaked, you know, so because of all the delays and stuff. So that was really stupid. I could have made even more. And if I could have bought it in at like $3, because it was like $4.50, it crashed down to $3, I was like, man, that just makes me want to buy it more because I know the stock's going to break out. You know, I could have made some mad bank. So I just have a good knack for picking stocks, because I don't understand like the technicals, the down and dirty, but I can kind of be like, I believe in this young upstart. And then another time I did that, and the company filed for bankruptcy, and I lost a lot of money. Just happens, you know? I don't like streaming on Twitch. Don't know why. It just doesn't feel as natural for me as YouTube. Even though YouTube is broken. Twitch just doesn't... Yeah. So welcome to the world of being an adult. As for Bitcoin, I could have purchased like $2,000 of Bitcoin when Bitcoin were 50 bucks each. That sucks, but that was like my whole life savings, you know? I was like, I could either save this $2,000 just in case something bad happens, or I can invest all of my $2,000 in Bitcoin. You know, that was a couple years of work. That was me moving around. That was back when I lived in Colorado. So, you know, I was still like trying to figure out what I want to do. It's like, do I want to buy a computer? Do I want to buy something really nice for me? Do I just want to invest in Bitcoin? Because I was actually mining. I had a Bitcoin wallet. I was mining on 2 old laptops that were just kind of lying around the house. And I had like a third of a Bitcoin, which was kind of neat. But that was back when Bitcoin was worth nothing. And then like the laptop died, so I think my wallet, that third of a Bitcoin in my Bitcoin wallet is lost forever because I didn't keep up with it. I didn't care. I was like, oh, I've got 20 bucks. Oh, that was cool while it lasted. But I could have invested a large amount into it. Didn't. So what would that have been? Would that have been 80,000 profit? Damn. Or is that 800,000? Nah. Yeah, I think that could be 800,000 then. Unlucky. Shiny Cofagrigus. Cool. See, there's just like so many stupid things that have made people so stupid rich. Wait, did A-Drive get like timer stalled in his league match? That's scummy. That's why I don't like leagues. Leagues, in theory they work, you know? It's like, oh, a fun community thing where we can battle and have fun. But then everyone tryhards like, if I beat A-Drive, I'm going to get more subscribers. So I have to do whatever it takes to win. Also, it encourages cheating and hacking and all that stupid stuff. Pretty much I was always like, if I get Shady Penguin in my league and I try hard all over him and embarrass him, I'll get more subscribers. Like, that's all that leagues became. There's no collaborative effort between leagues. It's, let's go and cheat in a ton of Pokemon, and then let's get over serious about it, and let's ruin the entire point of actually working together. So I think leagues were done wrong. I think you need, like... There's also too many people. I think you need, like, 8 people, if that, you know, maybe even less. Like, 6 people that just do fun collaborative challenges together. Pokemon community needs 2 things. If the top 6 to 8 people settled their differences and worked together, which I am always open for, depending on who it is, which is a lot of people, I'm willing to actually, like, work it out and collab. But like I've already said earlier on the stream, they don't want to work with me because they know that I would steal their viewership, and then they would actually, like, I would gain, and me gaining would be bad for them, so they don't want to work with me. I think we got top 6 to 8 people. We need 2 things. We need a podcast that isn't complete garbage, because I don't care what you say. The Sleep Talk podcast is a terrible name, terrible format, terrible setup, and it just doesn't work. I just didn't find it entertaining. Like, I don't think there's enough depth to that. You know, there's not enough analysis that can actually make things interesting. You know, you don't learn anything by watching the Sleep Talk podcast. You just hear people talk. I feel that a cool thing that makes a podcast work is that when it's informative, when you actually gain something from the podcast instead of just hearing people talk, it's cool. That's why I like the co-optional podcast, because I learn stuff about games and I get like an in-depth analysis into like game news and stuff. I like the H3 podcast because you just get insight and depth into that person or whatever else they're talking about. The Elite Four podcast is just terrible people. Liam, PD Winall, Toby, it's just a silly cash grab with people that are fake, so I don't have much faith in that. Like, you need the top people making a good podcast that can actually be insightful and not just fake. You know, all the current podcasts that exist in Pokemon are 100% pandering. And I think we also saw this with the Dex, with their podcast, when we're like, hacking's okay. It's like, all right. You guys just read a Bulbapedia article and provide no depth whatsoever outside of that. So I think all the podcasts in Pokemon community, they lack extreme amounts of depth. Other than that, we also need a battle league that isn't competitive. You know, if I could go and hit up A Drive and be like, A Drive, let's do a dice roll battle. Because I remember, wasn't Nate Wants to Battle or Shady Penguin that started Di-Fi battles? I thought, like, Nate had the idea and he got Shady Penguin on, or maybe it was Shady's idea and he got Nate on or something like that. But the Di-Fi battles are cool. You call up someone and be like, let's get a Di-Fi battle. Let's get a favorite Pokemon theme battle. You know, you get those guys and then you just have fun with it. And maybe some kind of risk reward, you know. Loser eats a chili pepper. It's stupid. It's been overplayed. But at least there's some risk to where you have to try, and it's not overly competitive to where it's, heh, I beat this guy and now I gain all of his subscribers. And it just be popular people, you know? I feel for something to be successful at the base level, it has to start with only popular people. People ask why I don't collab. It's like, well, if I collab someone with 2,000 subs, no one's going to benefit. 2,000 sub guy is going to be overwhelmed with hate, and his audience is probably very closely related to mine at that point, so I don't even gain, and the community doesn't get better. The biggest reason why I want to collab is to make the community a less toxic place by showing that we can work together. As I've said, they refuse to because they know it would hurt them in the long run, which is stupid, because it wouldn't. If we bring the community together, it'd be better. They just don't want to see me succeed, which is also stupid. So I feel there's a lot we can do, just kind of bring the community together. And by doing that, having all the top players work together, or top PokeTubers work together, not be scumbags about it, not be fake about it, and just kind of show camaraderie, which is possible, because I'm willing to do that. And maybe not even just PokeTubers, getting some other people in. Like, Etika does his own thing, but I think like Etika has a lot of synergy with PokeTubers, and that'd be really interesting to see. But I don't know if he wants to, like, I'm not saying this about Etika, but I feel like, yeah, his Nintendo audience might lose respect for him if he kind of, like, shifts over to PokeTubing, because outside of PokeTubing, PokeTubing is a complete joke. It's like the Minecraft YouTubing of Pokemon. So because of that, I feel like there's, you know, it's just not right. I have the great ideas. I know what it takes to make the community better, but everyone's so fake, and they're so in it for themselves that they refuse to do that. Sad. We love podcasts with Verlisify, A-Drive, Philly Bitchu. We've already done that. That was back when Philly had a garbage microphone, so I don't know if that helped or hurt the quality. But we had a fun Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion. I don't know why we don't have that anymore. A-Drive says he's busy a lot whenever I ask for a collab. Current count of hatched Dunsparce? I don't know. Probably like an hour and a half of hatching. Maybe 15 Dunsparce hatched. Tailed Beast from Naruto, which one would I have? I don't know, I haven't thought about that. I think it's a lot more fun to talk about Devil Fruit. No shinies so far. My bad person for being curious on how broke transferring Pokemon Go Pokemon to new games could be. No, I think it's actually interesting because, like, yeah, one, how could they do it? And two, how would it, like, how could you do a way that wouldn't break the game? Because, like, oh, QR codes that pop up on your phone. Cool. That means all you need is a hacker to reverse engineer the QR code generation and then generate Pokemon all day long. If it's the same QR code, then that means playing Pokemon Go is irrelevant because say if you get a badge and it rewards you with a Pokemon and it's a universal QR code, well then anyone can scan that QR code. It gets posted to Cerebi. Anybody can scan that QR code. And again, if it's a completely custom QR code, because I think they're doing that. One second. All right. I just got worried because I'm an idiot. I was like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, the QR code from Pokemon the movie I Choose You. Wait, is that this month or next month? Pokemon I Choose You is coming out in November, and for a second I thought it was October, and for a second I was like, wait, is Pokemon I Choose You happening tonight? Okay, it's not. I just had to pause there. So my brain fried for a brief moment. But what I was talking about is, yeah, if it's a unique QR code, is it possible that whatever makes that QR code unique but still registerable by the game, can that be reverse engineered? And if possible, then that means, yeah, then all the Pokemon are available. So QR code, while it would be the easiest way, I think it's too easy to break. As for randomly generated codes, those seem to be the most uncrackable at this point. Which means that technically, sorry, I had a burp. A QR code wouldn't be able to be reverse engineered, but I feel like a QR code might be able to be reverse engineered, unlike a battle code or something, because a battle code like transmits to the server, and the server knows how many codes have been printed, and they're only accepting those. I feel like with the QR code, there would have to be a certain pattern inside that QR code that the game could actually disseminate and say that this is valid regardless of what it means. Because if we have a limitless, endless amount of Pikachu or QR codes that don't transmit to the server at all, you know, if it's all internal, if it's all offline, I think the QR codes register offline in that way, so that way you can just scan it, boom, done. So that's something to consider. I was talking about something else. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, as for a code, it's like, all right, does that mean it'd be the same for a code if it's like, you get a code in Pokemon Go, type this in to get your Pokemon. Well, if it's for one specific Pokemon, like say everyone that plays Pokemon Go, they get a special Eevee, and that's it. You get a badge, you get an Eevee, done. Or you get a certain badge and then you get a certain Pokemon. Well, that means that Pokemon's tied to that event in Pokemon Go, which means it could either be reverse engineered, or again, it would have to send the code to your Pokemon Trainer Club account, and then verify your Trainer Club account with the Pokemon servers, just to verify that that's a valid code, and the only code that could work for that Eevee. Then you have to go into your online on the 3DS. I feel like that's a lot of steps just to give someone an Eevee from Pokemon Go. And it's also a little more complicated and convoluted. And I don't even know if Niantic is competent enough to make something that would work that well. And if it's for any Pokemon that you catch, like what if you get a one-time transfer of any Pokemon that you have in Pokemon Go to a Pokemon game? How would that work? Also, if you can make it trade, like say you can trade or make it communicate directly with your Pokemon Go app. We've already seen this. There's apps on your device that communicate with Pokemon X and Y. Maybe, I think even Black and White. Like, I don't remember how good it was, because I think for a while, you could just download an app on your phone, and then you could just and then you could just trade. You could trade with the app and receive a hacked Pokemon. I think they shut that down for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Sun and Moon, but I think it worked in 5th generation and X and Y. Maybe. So because of that, yeah, you can easily spoof it if you trade or transfer or connect directly with Pokemon Go. That would be spoofed into oblivion, and then now we have a just brain-dead way of hacking Pokemon in. Oh, why is it that every time, like that first step in the grass is a Pokemon encounter? That's stupid. I need to get away from this Dunsparce, or bad things are gonna or this Drowsy, or bad things are gonna happen. Pound. One of my favorite memes is like, you know, describe your sex life in 4 Pokemon moves. There's just some troll ones like pound, 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 rust. Or I think it was just pound, 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 pound. Just for memes. Then there's people that get really creative with theirs. Then it starts getting a little too lewd. Whenever I see pound, whenever I see a Pokemon use pound on me, I just think of that meme. And then sometimes you have to get extra creative, like, you have to make it with a Pokemon's moveset. So you just can't make up 4 moves, you know? You have to have a specific Pokemon that has an existing moveset, and then make a moveset out of it. Charm, Hypnosis, Pound, Teleport. Classic. You know, you gotta lead with Harden. If you don't lead with Harden, that doesn't make the meme work. You gotta either throw in, gotta put in pound, have harden somewhere in there. Explosion, that's always a good one. Eruption, that just writes itself. Rest, happens. Harden, pound, explosion, rest, simple. Exactly, you gotta get sludge wave, gunk shot in there. Memes, yo. Oh, that's old. That's like 10 years old at least. Internet is going GG. Alrighty then. Oh, old man's there. Cool. Like, what was my favorite one? I don't like. It was just there was like a super creative one where it's like it told a story inside of just 4 moves. Could get impact. Oh my goodness. A little too much. Okay, I think we've explored that subject enough for this stream. But just kind of bring it up because it's something that exists in the world, and I think it's a pretty good meme. Growth last resort. GG. Hit chance for Pokemon at +6 evasion with a 100% accurate move. Is that 33%? I think that's 33%. So it goes like 75, 66, 50, 43, something 33. That's okay, Turret Mob. We don't need that. Yeah. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more going on by now. Sometimes 2 hours is just a very long time. Waiting for that shiny Dunsparce though. It was a bit more optimistic at the beginning of the video, or at the beginning of the stream, but now not so much. Towers is a quick stream. For me, 2 hours is quite a lot, honestly. Percentage of someone using Crush Claw lowering defense 3 times in a row? I don't know, do the math. And then 2 of them being critical hits? I don't know, do the math. Oh, cool, we got an egg. Alright, this is gonna be the shiny, guys. This right here is going to be our shiny Dunsparce. Nah. That's unfortunate. Do I have Minecraft on the Switch? No. We have 4 eggs. Nice. So, because of all the time we took to, like, yeah, we've just been screwing around for a while. Like, we haven't done hardcore shiny hunting action. So, because we're, like, 2 hours, 10 minutes in, I think, like, another 15 minutes or a few more Dunsparce, and then we can kind of determine the odds from there. Because, like, if we're technically on pace-ish for 1 in every 2 hours. Maybe it's an hour, 2 hours and 50 minutes or 15 minutes or something. 2.5 hours shiny. Pretty much, I just want to have this shiny Dunsparce right now, so tomorrow I can make a video saying, shiny every 2 hours, holy crap. Gen 2 shiny hunting. I would say don't jinx it, but the egg is predetermined. Exactly. I might have been able to potentially jinx myself, but I could be sitting on a shiny egg right now. Spooky. Moveset for multi-scale Curse Lugia. Right! I need to do a video on the best Curse Pokemon. Ooh. Tomorrow's video. Haha! Best Curse Pokemon. Gen 2. That transfer is going to be mad sick. Multi-scale Curse Lugia with Calm Mind. Just a little too OP in my opinion. I think you actually have Rest for Sustain. Except you don't need it, you know, Recover's good enough. Actually, Recover's probably better because you can proc multi-scale multiple times inside of your healing. But Rest is more healing, so technically with Rest, you don't get stalled as much. And then any move works. I was thinking you could just run Ice Beam. Aeroblast doesn't have enough PP for me to feel safe. Curse Umbreon already exists. I'm talking about exclusive Curse Pokemon. Yeah, Curse kind of got kneecapped in a pretty weird way. Yeah, I feel like Leftovers is also pretty solid. Actually, technically you want Rest on that Lugia because of Toxic and status. Because if you have +3 Curse, +3 Calm Mind, like, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to wake up before they can do any damage to you. Even on probably like some of the most absurd super effective hits that exist in the game. Lugia is just going to be okay. It's going to be fine. And then also you can technically get a larger heal. So you can wake up, get 2 moves, sleep, wake up, get 2 moves, sleep. That's only against super effective hits. Like, if they're not hitting you super, you just win. 70 eggs, you need luck for shiny Dratini. Alright. I think that's like some of the highest I've heard. If you're using Ditto. So what's the longest it's taking you to get a shiny Pokemon when using Ditto for Gen 2 shiny hunting? Because right now it's only taken... I think I got my first shiny on 15 eggs. And then it only took me like 30 eggs after that. So I mean, I've hatched like 64 eggs total. Maybe probably a little more now with these Dunsparce. I've already gotten 2 shinies. I've heard people getting at like egg 2, egg 3, egg 10, egg 20. But rarely do I hear it go over 64. I wonder if you could actually make an infinite stall Lugia. Curse, Calm Mind, Rest, Recycle, Lepa Berry. You just make Lugia absolutely unkillable. Oh, that'd be wrong. But that'd be the greatest thing to do, honestly, guys. So what you do is you do that with Lugia. Just recycle Lepa Berries all day long. Is there a way that you can mess that up? It's like, I know it happens with the Smeargle sometimes. Like, you have to time the Lepa Berry, and then if you, like, recycle... If you use the last PP for recycle, and then you get Lepa Berry, does it not... I don't think it gives you recycle. So you need to, like, waste a recycle to be able to recycle to get your recycle back up, and then you're good to go. And I don't think Lugia is going to be in a bad enough position to where that matters either. So yeah, how would you kill a Lugia that has... Curse, Calm Mind, Rest, Recycle? Be pretty good. Be pretty good. Oh, the old man's out there. I didn't even notice. And actually, I need to put away So, okay, we hatched Dunsparce, we need to put away Dunsparce, and we need to do that thing. Nice. Longest Gen 2 shiny was over 208 eggs. Ooh, so it can take a long time. That's very unfortunate. My goodness. Oh, box is full. Maybe that's why I just kind of blanked out for a while. So, I mean, we've done 20 Dunsparce in an hour, in 2 hours. But like I said, I was kind of slacking, so I'm pretty sure we have a couple more eggs before it's like technically 2 hours. But then after that, we just start getting into more. I just really want to get shiny here really soon. Shiny would be very welcome just to kind of keep the shenanigans alive. If the average turns out to be 3 hours, like 3 hours for a shiny is good, but it doesn't sound as amazing as 2 hours. Like 2 hours for a shiny, holy crap! 3 hours for a shiny, it's a little too long. Shell Smash Cloyster beats that Lugia set. Does it though? Does a Cloyster with Skill Link against a Lugia do that much damage? I guess it could. Yeah, it probably does. It's like technically you need to have like 3 hit KO worth of damage. I think you could pull out 3 hit KO worth of damage at +6 versus +6. Well, actually the Shell Smash gains damage faster, so that might be the edge. What's my favorite weapon? I don't like violence and guns. But I can talk about my favorite weapon in PUBG. Like, I just don't like real-life weaponness. I just like video game violence. Like, the VSS is pretty sick. I think the VSS is kind of like a neat, like, ninja gun. Subsonic bullets. Insanely suppressed sniper rifle. It's kind of neat. It's kind of like, you just kind of like hide out and just kill people like a freaking blowpipe. Huh. Too bad the coin case glitch doesn't work with your version. How? Horn Drill Ponyta beats the Lugia. Lamau. I wouldn't say the VSS is awful for gunfights. It shoots faster and does more damage than a UMP, I think. Let's go bring up PUBG.me. I think the DPS on a VSS is better. And if you have... Okay, let me do the PUBG.me. And if you have a cheek pad on the VSS, like that gun doesn't go anywhere. You can fire in a straight line on full auto. So if you have an extended mag, you can actually win like firefights at any range. Kind of. You just have to be very accurate and very fast. Alright. So VSS damage is 38 hit damage, 0.086 time between shots. SMG, UMP is 35 damage. Yeah. So the VSS does 3 more damage per hit and does more hits per second. I can actually calculate the DPS, and I will. Cool, we got an egg. Yep, that's right. Let me get a shiny Dunsparce while talking about PUBG statistics. Be pretty cool comparing the VSS to all the... No, we don't have to worry about that. Alright. So... How many shots per second is the UMP? UMP is 10.8 shots per second at 35. So UMP DPS, 380. VSS DPS, this is only for people that care about PUBG. But I honestly love going into the DPS in PUBG. Like, Groza is disgusting amounts of DPS. The Vector is my... I would say, yeah, okay, so my favorite guns are Groza, Vector, SKS, VSS. Well, I mean, for damage. Like, technically, VSS is my favorite gun, but that's mostly, like, the idea of the VSS is my favorite gun. My favorite gun to use is well above that. Also, like, a full kit M416 is pretty good, and I like that because, like, if you get in a fight, like, you can turn around with a full kit M416 and just kill someone. With a VSS, you have to be shooting first, or else you just lose. Technically, sometimes. Like, if you get in an equal firefight, or even if you get ambushed, the VSS can put out a lot of shots in a very short amount of time, in a very close range. So yeah, the VSS DPS. Let's go and calculate that. So VSS is 12 shots per second. So yeah, like, you get an extra bullet per second at 3 more damage. So it's actually not going to be that more insane, but still, like... Actually, wow, that's a lot more. Because I guess percentage-wise, you know, even though it's an extra shot, the extra shot is worth 38 more damage on top of 3 extra damage per hit over the UMP. So, VSS is 440 DPS. That's crazy. Now you need the extended mag or else you're going to get completely wrecked. I think the Vector is like 500 DPS, and then the Groza is like 600 DPS. So yeah, the VSS is like a more accurate, I think more accurate if you just kind of spray it down while, like if you use it like a UMP, I think it's more accurate. Problem is it does have the scope, so you have to be able to like be pointing on them and then get a really good scope and then just like, done. But yeah, the VSS is like, I want to say 20% more damage than a UMP, so it's not a bad gun. Like, at mid-range to short range, like in a short range, if you have a VSS out, you can just kill someone. I think it just kind of, it fails in mid to short. Like, at 50 meters, your VSS is terrible. I'll say that, you know? Like, 100 meters to 250 on like a sneaky, breaky kind of kill, yeah, VSS is pretty cool. But, and then, like, close range, like, if you just, like, turn a corner and someone's there, you just hit them. Actually, I wonder what the VSS damage is compared to, Uzi. I feel like the VSS is just an Uzi with a shorter clip. Look at me talk about PUBG while we play this Pokemon game. And we still don't get, like, any shinies or anything like that. Lame! Alright. VSS, we already calculated that damage, so I just need to pull out SMG and then figure out how much the Uzi does. Actually, Uzi probably just, like, trashes the VSS now that I'm actually looking at the numbers. Uzi gets off 20.8 shots per second at 23 damage. Actually, Uzi isn't much more. Uzi is only 10% more damage than a VSS. And that still kills ridiculously quick. Pretty much, long story short, HUNTS sucks. Actually, wait a second. The Tommy gun does the same amount of damage as a VSS. Just Tommy gun is, or DPS. Actually, yeah, Tommy gun is 38 per hit at 86 per shot, or 0.086 seconds per shot, and then VSS is the same. So the VSS and Tommy gun are the same. That's kind of crazy to think about. Tommy gun just has a much larger clip and a bit more stability, so you can just kind of like walk around the Tommy gun and mow down an entire team instead of just waste everything on your VSS in a half second and lose. VSS got a buff though. Now it's like it takes less shots to kill people because it got that 3 damage. J-Way, I think you're a moron. That's gonna be my response to your comments. There's tragedy and gun violence across the world every single day. And I'm talking about a video game and video game mechanics. It is not disrespectful to the victims of what happened in Las Vegas to talk about fucking PUBG. You're an idiot. Sounds like you're just doing some kind of crazy virtue signaling because everyone blows up the tragedy. You know, I think the BoJack Horseman, they kind of parodied it really well. Everyone's just like, yep. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. If I change my Twitter icon, if I change my Facebook logo, it means that this tragedy has been benefited by my support. But that's complete crap. If we let these tragedies weigh us down, that is going to hurt us overall in society. It's unfortunate, and we need to move on for the better, and really, you can't stop anything like that, so why would you let it cripple you? I'm not going to have a day of abstaining from PUBG. What's the time? This happened, actually technically happened like 2 days ago, because like it was like PM or something, I don't know, it was late at night. So what, do I have to wait 5 days? 4 days, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days? 1 day for every person that died. How long do I have to wait before I can talk about playing a video game which has nothing to do about what happened in Vegas? Hmm? Are we going to let our virtue signaling delay us in life? Nah. $59 days. Not at all. What? What's that an answer to? You're selfish because you're trying to use this tragedy as a way to just, like, you're using this tragedy to give yourself some kind of angle over someone else. I'm not allowed to talk about something because you think it's wrong. That's a very selfish thing of you. Your opinion on the situation is so virtuous that I'm not allowed to talk about playing a game that literally millions of people are playing right now. Or like 1 million concurrent users probably at this very moment in time. What do we got? Eggs. Cool. So we have another egg roundup. So yeah, I think we're at 2 hours now, like officially, like dedicated time. Next egg will kind of determine. So okay, we did not get average of 1 shiny every 2 hours out of 6 hours of shiny hunting. I don't care if his profile picture makes him look like a kid. That's just how the world works. If you want to comment, you leave yourself open. That's the internet, baby. We're just in an outrage culture, yo. I have no qualms about going toe-to-toe in outrage culture. Why'd you ban him? It was fun. Yeah, we still don't even know. We still don't know any news about it. Like, there's so many rumors going about around about like the shooter's like motives and intentions and what happened in relation to ISIS, if he's Antifa or not. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm not gonna have it slow me down, but I'm also not going to be completely like ignorant to what happened. Just gotta move on, but not without like understanding what happened. You know, these things get really touchy, so I think getting overly outraged about it is just a waste of everyone's time. Rip J-Way, what a wonderful troll. Savage comment. What's my third favorite Pokemon? I did a video on all my favorite Pokemon, and all my favorite Pokemon by type, and even my favorite type. That's a funny comment, Mr. Executor. Lightning Rod Seeking is good. It makes electric type moves useless. Yeah, and it only gives Seeking 1 weakness. We need more. We need more water type Pokemon that have Lightning Rod. Unfortunately, Seeking's kind of like the only one that really makes a lot of sense. We need a Volabzorb water Pokemon that also doesn't have an extra weakness like the Lantern. Actually, well, I mean, that kind of removes the weakness anyways, so. Kind of invalidates all the shenanigans. We need a Sap Sipper Lantern Pokemon. Boom. With Levitate. Tell us a memory I have about Dunsparce. Well, that's my VGC video when I decided to go undefeated at regionals by using Dunsparce and trolling people. Because Dunsparce can Psych Up, and with Dunsparce using Psych Up, it becomes invincible. And then when Dunsparce is invincible, it can paralyze the entire enemy's team. And when it paralyzes both opponents in doubles, it's faster than them. And by being faster than both opponents in doubles, Dunsparce gets double flinches with Rock Slide. It's beautiful. Naming my rival in Silver J-Way. Whew, that's savage. What Pokemon game are you playing? Gold or Silver? Oh, I'm playing Silver. I had to like take a second to process. I'm like, why am I being asked this? Oh, right, because people don't know. I think Alolan Rattatta's mustache is just awesome. I think it's well done. Still no shiny Dunsparce. I was just pretty much planning on streaming like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Oh, did you just did you see that? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's dude. I don't believe this game sometimes. I refuse to believe that this is a real game. Like, I think that that's proof that we're all living in a simulation. See, I was planning on streaming like 2.5 hours or something. So I think this is good. We didn't get a shiny. We can hatch like another egg. I was really hoping, like I said, I wanted to get that video out tomorrow saying, boom, shiny every 2 hours. But it doesn't look like it's that fresh. We got really lucky on the Cyndaquil, I guess. I didn't know if that was average, if that was lucky, maybe just a little lucky. Seems like that was pretty very lucky. Unfortunate. Don't really else know what to say. Do you think Pikamuku could be competitively viable? I think that people just play too much around it. Since it doesn't have any damaging moves, you just kind of stall it out forever. One more egg. That was a very uneventful not shiny. So in this stream, we have hatched quite a few Dunsparce. We have a lot of eggs, and the eggs are more important than the actual hatching because of how slow Gen is. Alright. So I think we put 1 or 2 Dunsparce in box 17. Filled up box 20. We got 4 there. So we hatched about 30 Dunsparce in a little over 2 hours. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. So we were a little slow this week. Like, I'm not going to count like the 20 minutes or whatever I was dicking around and stuff. Maybe even less than that. I don't know. So, you know, 2 hours, 10 minutes. 2 hours, 10 minutes is like 28 Dunsparce hatch. I think that's fair. We had some decent RNG, we had some bad RNG. I think we'll be good to go. And we have an egg. I didn't grab that egg, right? Yeah, we still need to get full inventory of eggs. One more Dunsparce. Bada boom, done. I think I'm going to play some PUBG after this stream. Actually, no, I need to work on videos. Like, this stream was an attempt to work on videos. If I got the shiny, I have a free video tomorrow. If I don't get the shiny, I can't play PUBG. Alright, see you, Incinerator BH. Stream PUBG. Sometimes I just don't want to stream things. Like, if I stream PUBG, I have to do a different layout, different setup. I have to care about reading chat. I've already streamed for 2.5 hours. Plan was Shiny Hunt stream. Maybe I'll stream PUBG tomorrow or some other time. Let's get this last Dunsparce, and then we'll end the stream. Joy-Con, boys! Sup. What is PUBG rated? Pretty sure that's M for mature. Because there's guns, and blood, and killing. Z, give it Z Splash, it OP. I'll play PUBG with you if you want. I usually have a squad of 4 with friends and stuff. Ever got a living dex? Jesus, no, that's ridiculous. Chill down? What? what your favorite shiny Pokemon in Generation 2 is. Technically did a video of the worst shiny Pokemon downgrades. I don't know, it's tied between like Cyndaquils, because like that purple fire is pretty dope, and Houndooms, because that gray on black is pretty dope. How long does it take to hatch a freaking egg? Could be a while, depends on how long it took to get the egg. Jesus, this is ridiculous. Can you... There we go. Oh my goodness, this game. This game. Isn't Jolly Scarf, Serene Grace, Blissey with Rock Slide better for flinching than Dunsparce? Is it? I haven't broken it down, but maybe. Wait, does Blissey only get Rock Slide in Gen 1? Because I didn't know if it had Rock Slide Modern. I thought Dunsparce was the only double flinching Serene Grace Mon now. Shiny! Oh my goodness! Last egg of the stream, and we get shiny. Okay. So, this, like, wrecks all of my plans. Because I was about to give up. We got this shiny Dunsparce and, like, 30 eggs. So, 30 eggs, if you can get your average up to 15 eggs an hour, which is difficult, but possible, we can get a shiny Dunsparce. And that means the odds, like, okay, let's go and pull out all my shinies, guys, because we got some shenanigans to break down. I forget exactly how many... I guess I was talking about earlier, the first Cyndaquil we got was like 15 eggs, or 13 to 15 eggs, something like that. After that, it was like 30 more eggs, and then we got the Cyndaquil. And now we have 3 shiny Pokemon, so let's change box to our shiny box. Yeah, I can do that, and then I'll just put the eggs in and then pull them out. So that means, in roughly 6 hours and 10 minutes of shiny hunting, we have 3 shinies. That's kind of silly, so that's, yeah, we'll just put him there, whatever, and then we'll pull out the other one. Oh, and there's our shiny. So that's, I'm not really sure what to think about that, because the odds are 1 in 64. But as it stands, my average has been far lower than that, and I'm not saying that 3 is a sample size, but it definitely feels like it's easier, it's better. I pretty much say this like every time I do this shiny hunting, but whenever you have like 1 in 64 odds, every time you hatch an egg, it feels legitimate. That it's greater than 1% chance that you can get shiny Pokemon through this method. And this is natural. I am getting legit shinies through legit in-game means. That's actually pretty simple. That all you have to do is the Red Gyarados Ditto transfer glitch, mimic glitch, back transfer, fun things, 1 in 64 breeding odds. And the 1 in 64 breeding odds, even though the eggs are so slow. I broke this down in my other videos. We actually did. I was about to give up. I thought we were going to get unlucky. Like, hey, maybe this is time it takes 60 eggs, and we're going to be here for 5 hours until we can get a Dunsparce. But no, we were able to get quite a lot of Dunsparce. It's really just about how fast you can get the eggs, because we filled up a box, and then we, like, half filled up a box, and then we still had a couple of extra Dunsparce. That's so cool. Feels good to get these many shinies. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have just a lot of thoughts and comments about it. Maybe I'll just kind of like do some post commentary on the video and then kind of clear up a lot of questions and stuff. But yeah, it is possible to get a shiny every 2 hours like this. Wow. I want to like end the stream there, but we done, guys. I'm just gonna save. Actually, saving kind of, well, actually, yeah, saving matters because it's been so long since I saved. Pretty sure though the eggs are determined. Can you release eggs? I don't think so. How many shinies I have now? In Gen 2, like I said, I have 3 shinies in 6 hours. So, it was the same for the Cyndaquil. That's another really, really weird one. Is that we got the Cyndaquil in like an hour, I think the first time. Like, we got that first Cyndaquil pretty quick. And then the second Cyndaquil, it took 2 hours, and then Dunsparce took 2 hours. I mean, we could keep going for Dunsparce, get even more shiny Dunsparce. Technically, I want to go back to Cyndaquil, because then I could have a shiny dex of Cyndaquil. If I get third Cyndaquil, evolve one to Quilava, and evolve the other one to Typhlosion, we can pull that off. But again, I've seen people saying they get shinies in 7 eggs, 15 eggs, 20 eggs, 80 eggs, 100 eggs, 200 eggs. So I don't know if the averages are good or bad. Worst case, like, it shouldn't take longer than a day or 2 days. Like, 2 days max to get a shiny Pokemon if you're actually dedicating a lot of time. Like, because 200 eggs, that's still less. Well, actually, that's over 10 hours. But, like, if it goes over 10 hours for a hunt, that's like impossibly unlucky. Technically, I could clone the Cyndaquil as well if I just wanted to get the extras. I could clone all these bad boys right now. Let's just do it. Let's go and clone these bad boys for lulz. Because I mean, that's what this game gives us, guys. Like, technically, I wanted to do all this uncloned and have completely wild and legit and natural and whatever. But at the same time, it's like, doesn't really change much if I do or don't, because there's going to be so many of them. It's already... Oh, that's my last Pokemon. Oh, good. Now we actually have a use for that other Dunsparce side, Witchery that's not or deposit that's not shiny. You know, there's so many weird implications behind the cloning, honestly. I don't understand, like, what the Pokemon Company could do. Like, we've already proven that cloning a Pokemon, transferring it to Gen 1, and then transporting it doesn't get blocked. So I don't know how they'd be able to detect if you've performed the cloning glitch and then done something weird and shenanigans to do it for for the Gen 2 transfer. Like, I don't think there's any risk. I don't think there's really anything that could go wrong with this. So we change box. Let's just go there. Yep. Will it be saved? Okay, there's a save file. Is it okay to overwrite? Yes. And that should work. Coin case can make any Pokemon make them shiny. I know, and also coin case is pretty absurd as well. But was it? Should I be in front of the PC? No, I think me not being in front of the PC. So yeah, there we go. We got three awesome shiny Pokemon right there. We go to the box and 3 shiny Pokemon. It's so stupid and so trivial, but it exists, and there's really nothing that can be done about it. And now we have a dex. Okay, so it makes the shiny dex a lot easier too, because like I could just get all the starters, you know, get my blue version, transfer over all the starters, breed them, get shinies, clone them, maybe even transfer them back. Who cares? It's the power of the Ditto. The 1 in 64 Ditto is just way too strong. And you can do that for all the evolutionary families. You can get the shiny once, dupe it until you get the full things, evolve them and whatnot. So breed dex in Gen 2 is pretty fancy. Oh yeah, you can also do... I could have technically, like... Do I even have a rare candy on me? I could have probably ran out, found a rare candy. I have my Master Ball. I should have duped the Master Ball, to be honest. Like, I'm slacking when it comes... I got 1 rare candy. I used it to evolve my Typhlosion or something. But I've only found 1, so there's many more rare candies. Like, yeah, I'm not optimizing this at all. I could do the rare candy, do the Master Ball, be good to go right there. Pretty sure the stream's done now, because I don't even know. What do we do? It's done. It's that free. It's that easy. We just got a shiny every 2 hours, and it's dupable on that level. Wrecked. I don't like. What do I do to follow that up? Chat, help me. I'm lost in my life right now because this exists. This is Pokemon now. Just gonna leave that up there while I ponder life for a bit, while listening to the Pokemon Center theme. How am I doing? Doing good. Just got 6 shiny Pokemon. Shiny race. First to clone a box. I don't know. I don't even know what you could do. I can PUBG now, but I'm not gonna stream. I know you can't follow that up. Like, it happens. This is something that just happens, and that's it. Done. Coin case. Yeah, I could do coin case, but that just trivializes it even more. Clone the Lake of Rage Gyarados 18 times. Wrecked. Dude, Magnemite? Why? I don't even care about shiny Magnemite. Insert creative idea here, yeah. Any Pokemon I hand to this Ditto, I can turn shiny in 2 hours. Jeez. There's a coin case glitch like the missing note. Gives you 2d5 of the items. Stupid. Alright, there we go, guys. I think that's it. No donations, no sponsors off that shiny. Damn. But that's kind of it. So I think we're good. Fun stream. Right. Over. End. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.